Coverage of Hanover Wildcat football on KCLY is brought to you in part by Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Sales, Central Office Service and Supply, Hanover Hospital Warren Clinic, R.L. Gentleman Construction of Hanover, Bruna Implement, Blue Valley Insurance of Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville, Sapp Brothers, and by Farmers Cooperative of Hanover.
Well, welcome to Newton, Kansas, Fisher Field in South Newton on a cloudy, gray, and a little bit breezy day, but temperature-wise, really good shape into the low 60s today. And what wind there's a crosswind. Again, Hanover Wildcats getting set to take on the Central Plains Oilers in eight-man Division 1. Both of these teams come in 12-0. Of course, Hanover off a big win over Osborne last Friday night in Osborne. Central Plains blanking Nest City 32-0 to get here. Both these teams are pretty well matched up as far as stats goes and numbers go. We're going to look at a few of those numbers when we get back, including the opportunity for Hanover to set a state record today for eight-man Division 1. We'll bring you back to Newton. Play introductions in progress right now. We'll bring you back in just a minute.
At Central Valley Ag, we're growing agriculture together. Our agronomy division incorporates the latest technologies to support and strengthen your on-the-farm success. We continuously invest in state-of-the-art equipment to expand capacity and maximize efficiency in supplying your operation. Central Valley Ag is committed to serving the needs of our Nebraska and Kansas customers through dedicated professionals providing innovative solutions that grow value. Stop by a Central Valley Ag location today. Learn more about how we're growing agriculture together.
Rake in the savings and leave your worries behind with Twin Valley's ultra high-speed internet. Sign up for phone, digital TV, high-speed internet, and receive your first 3 months of internet free. This offer is only available for a limited time. Twin Valley services outperform the competition, and it's easy to switch over. Call our office and speak with a customer service rep to find out how you can get Twin Valley for all your communication and entertainment needs. 800-515-3311.
One company, one call, Twin Valley, Twin Valley.
Do you remember the mess you had in your fields this year because of all those weeds? Wonder how much yield you missed out on because of those blasted weeds. But not next year, no way. You're going to pay a visit to the guys at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales. Get a jump on that nasty weed problem now with a tailor-made solution for crop protection and nutrition from Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales. Come next spring, you'll be ahead of the game. See Brent, Allen, Darren, Kent, or Mike Green at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Make someone's day with a greeting card from Patterson Health Mart. Whether you want to wish them a happy birthday, express sorrow of a loss, celebrate an anniversary, or congratulate the new parents, you'll find just the right card at Patterson Health Mart. Their selection has funny, sentimental, and religious cards for every occasion, or no occasion at all. Single cards are 99 cents or $1.99 each. Stock up for all the special moments for those that are special to you at Patterson Health Mart in Clay Center.
Back in Newton on Fisher Field, Phil Casper along with our studio engineer today, Bernie Fanfella. Again, player introductions do continue. They'll introduce each and every player in numerical order, along with coaches and administration from both schools. Hanover has been introduced. Currently introducing the Central Plains Oilers as well. I understand that PA announcers are very clear today. So, again, they do this at the state tournament. They'll announce each player, give them just a moment to step out. Now, earlier in eight-man Division 2, Victoria and Attica Argonia. Attica Argonia beating Axel last week for their trip to state, and today it was all Victoria, 52-8. They win the eight-man Division 2 state title. Again, player introductions continue. We'll bring you back to Newton. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff.
This time of year can get so busy and complicated with all the holiday celebrations. So my assistant Roscoe and I have decided to have a nice, simple November promotion at Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center. Right, Roscoe?
Right, boss.
For the whole month of November, all our furniture items will be 30% off list price. To demonstrate, Roscoe will shave off 30% of his mustache.
Wait, what?
And we'll also have 15% off all gift items, so he'll shave off another 15%. You know, you look a little silly.
Really? You think?
Farmway Co-op, your partner in growth, over a century of serving you, built on pride in everything we do, agriculture and farmway
You, along with your family and neighbors, have the ability to make your community better and financially stronger simply by purchasing the things you need in your hometown. When you take pride in your town and shop in the stores which supply your needs, like Ray's Apple Market, it makes everything better. Ray's Apple Market is thankful for you, their customer, and they're always working to save you money. Wow Bends are one example, giving you convenient savings every day. It's your town and your store. Ray's Apple Market.
This season, give your soybean crop the oldie seed advantage. Our ongoing research program and seed plots have resulted in 3 of the highest yielding soybean varieties bred specifically for soils in your farm. Don't hesitate to contact your oldie seed representative today, as availability of our top yielding soybean varieties will be limited. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
Welcome back to Newton and Fisher Field. Phil Casper, along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fancelli. You're listening to KCOI's coverage of Hanover Wildcats football. 8-man Division I state title. Again, Hanover the last couple of years has been left out of this state final game. This last year, 8-man Division II beat by B&B, who really rolled through the season last year. This year, Hanover moves up to 8-man Division I. B&B consolidates with Nemaha Valley to become Nemaha Central, and Hanover able to pretty much roll through their season as well. Tested a couple of times really by Osborne, tested early, and last week Osborne just would not go away, but just too much Hanover last week and too much Andrew Bruno. We'll look at his stats in just a minute as the captains come to midfield for Central Plains. Captains will look like this: Lane Bieberly, a senior wide receiver and safety. Also Michael Lamich, a senior, along with Carson Kermer, fullback, defensive back. He's a senior. And the quarterback, Braden Kreitz, who is a junior, who's put up some impressive numbers this year. For Hanover, the captains will go like this. We'll give you those. They're covered up just a little bit. Andrew Bruna is one captain. Austin Diedrich, also a captain out there, along with Hunter Nicholson. And I believe Preston Juneman is the other one, although he is hit right now. So captains are out on the field taking the flip. Again, let's look at some of these stats that both teams have put up this year. First of all, we'll look at Central Plains. Some stats this year. Braden Kreitz, the junior quarterback, has completed 57% of his passes, thrown for just over 1,800 yards, 36 TDs versus 5 interceptions. He's also rushed for 495 yards. Jacob Warnken is a leading rusher, 561 yards, 12 TDs.
One dog, to the fur.
And again, as you heard, Central Plains has won the toss. Hanover will start out with the ball. Ref is mic'd and should be able to hear that very clearly. Lane Bieberly is Kreiz's favorite receiver. He's caught 46 balls for just over 1,000 yards, 25 TDs. And again, Central Plains wants to throw the ball. For Hanover, Andrew Bruna has been lights out, 71 for 103, completing almost 69% of his passes, 1,668 yards, 33 TDs versus 3 picks. He's also rushed for 725 yards and 24 TDs, so 57 TDs that Bruna has accounted for. Evan Zabatrisky can run the ball, 915 yards, 19 TDs. He is averaging, actually that's receptions for Zabatrisky, 915 yards of receiving on 26 receptions, averaging 35 yards per reception. And Preston Juneman has 934 yards on 81 carries, 19 TDs, just about set to get underway. As Hanover takes the field now, they'll be going from east to west in their white tops, blue pants. Central Plains kicking off from west to east. They are wearing all black, trimmed in green. And the Oilers come in at 12-0. They have been tested a couple of times this year. In fact, one of the playoff games, a 2-point game early in those playoffs. Back deep to receive for the Hanover Wildcats, Matt White.
Kicking off for the Oilers, number 4, Hunter Ingham.
Hunter Ingham kicking off for Central Plains. And a little bit more breeze, I think, than was expected, but it is a crosswind on this east to west-facing field. Artificial turf, it is a 100-yard field. They've marked it off for 8-man, and we are set to go. Kickoff is up, and it's an onside attempt that rolls back to White, and he's got it out about the 20, still on his feet, crosses near the 30 to the 35, and then pushed back, but they're going to spot him out about the 36. So good return by White. Not real sure that was an onside attempt as much as just trying to kick a low liner and keep it down. So this game is underway. Again, Hanover will have the ball. Ball spotted at the 36. It'll be Bruna in the backfield. He'll go shotgun. Double tight. Juneman is the back. To his left, also Zabatrisky. There's Juneman in motion. Bruna's going to follow him. He's going to be met pretty hard, but he'll get out across the 40. So about a 4 or 5 yard carry. We'll call it 5. Hunter Ingham on the stop for Central Plain. They'll spot that ball about the 35, so 4 yard gain, 2nd and 6. Bruno goes shotgun. He'll put 2 receivers left, 1 right. Empty backfield. Snap to Bruno. He wants to run. That's a designed run around the left side, and not much there. And Central Plain has seen that on film. We'll give Lane Bieberly credit on that for his safety position. And that's going to be a loss of a couple. The 3rd and 8. Hanover with a lot of success on that play last week. Also, Andrew Bruno last week, 300-plus yards through the air. Really lit it up. I believe he was 18 of 20. Snap to Bruno. This time he wants to throw, looking for Ringsdorf. Now across the middle, ball tipped by Nicholson and falls down. So Hanover is going to face a 4th and long, and we are going to see Hanover punt for, get this, the 4th time this season. And they have not punted at all in the playoffs. Defensively, bring up 4th down. Nicholson set to punt. So first series is going to be a 3 and out for Hanover. Back deep to receive is Lane Bieberly. Nicholson set to punt about his own 25. Snap back. Punt up in the air. It's a line drive that bounces about the 35. Picked up by Bieberly across the 40, out near, or the 30 rather. And you're going to have to excuse me. This field is marked a 100-yard field. So, but it's set up for an 8-man game. So have to look at the orange markers. Will Bruna on the stop. They're going to mark that ball at about the 36. So again, good field position for both. Good defense by Central Plains to start things out. Game just underway, no score. Rights will go under center, I formation, and now flags fly, and we're going to have a false start against Central Plains. And I did not see who moved.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
In Victoria, beat Attica Argonia 52-8. Hanover has the opportunity to set a record today. We'll get to that in just a minute. Rights will go back under center, I formation, double tight. Hanover defense set. Price is going to drop back to throw. Pressure's on. He gets away from a couple of tacklers, slips away from Cody Ringsdorf, and now he's loose and forced out of bounds finally by Juneman. About 4 Wildcats had a shot. Ringsdorf, Zabatrisky, and Pritchie all had a chance as that pocket collapsed. But Price is not scared to run. He wants to throw, but he will run. And he's going to pick up enough for a first, so he'll pick up the penalty yards plus 10, and the ball crosses midfield. Hanover needs 37 points today. That would set an 8-man Division I record of 761 points on the season. Appreciate Jeff Ward to let me know about that stat. Handoff this time. Good run by Clark Besthorn. He's a junior running back. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6. Hanover a little bit back on their heels. Keep in mind, the Udall game, Udall scored first, and the Osborne game, Osborne answered, kept it pretty tight in that first quarter, both times that they played Osborne. In fact, just a 2-point game at halftime in that first game in Hanover back in October. Now ball plays at about the 30 of Hanover. Kreitz under center. He's going to hand off to his big fullback, Carson Kermer, and Kermer is going to be hammered, and we'll say Zarbanicki in on that, Sabatrisky both in on that, and Fritchie also in on that. No, say no gain. Again, a lot of fun to hear some of these PA announcers that have never seen Hanover before attempt to pronounce these names. So third now and 6. You would think Kreitz will want to throw on this. I formation, and he does. Drops back, and he's got a man downfield all by himself and a diving catch. Wow, for a touchdown. Lane Bieberly laid out at about the 5-yard line. And that is a highlight reel catch by Lane Bieberly. Had just a step on the Hanover defender and falls in for a touchdown. And what a catch by Bieberly. Now, Kreitz put that out there to where only Bieberly was going to catch it, and catch it he did. So now they'll line up to go for 2, and they'll spread it out this time. 3 receivers left, 1 right, shotgun formation. Looking left side, pass to Bieberly is good, and it is 8-0 Central Plains with the early lead. We'll take a break. Bring you back to Newton, Hanover's ball, when we come back.
Bruna Implement Company knows Case IH innovations do more than solve everyday problems. They maximize output while saving your operation money. That's why they continue to offer proven, efficient, and reliable solutions. Be ready with Case IH innovations like the axial flow rotor, quad track technology, advanced farming systems, and an SCR-only emissions solution. Because it's not an innovation until it changes your bottom line. For the best in farming equipment, visit Bruna Implement Company at any of their 5 locations.
Roofing isn't the only thing Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement knows how to do. They also specialize in siding and windows for residential and commercial buildings. Only the highest quality and most durable products for your home at the most competitive prices are offered to ensure lasting workmanship and beauty. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has been established for over 30 years, serving north central Kansas. Look at their range of siding and window options online at geislerroofing.com.
8-0 Central Plains with the early lead on Hanover after that Lane Bieberly great reception. Ingham now kicks off. That is an onside. That rolls back and bounces off. Zarbanicki smartly falls on that ball, and we really thought we were going to get an unnecessary roughness there as Trey Losey was just decleated. Right as the whistle is sounding, Adam Zarbanicki with the recovery. So Hanover, but pretty decent field position again. They'll start out at about the 23. 1st and 10. Ringstorff, fullback. Juneman at the tail. 1 split left is Nicholson. Bruna under center. Option now left. Looking. Now he's going to turn it up and run. Dragging a defender. Nice run that time. And a good read by Andrew Bruna. He's going to pick up about 7 or 8. And they will give him, we'll say 7, so 2nd 3. Ball about the 31.
7-yard gain.
Not a bad day here. A little stronger wind, but it is a crosswind from the south. Temperature at kickoff in the upper 50s. 8-0 Central Plains lead. High formation. Nicholson on split on the right. Bruna under center. Option the other way. No, he'll drop back, and he's got Nicholson all by himself downfield. Down to the 20, and he's brought down by Lane Bieberly, and somebody forgot about Hunter Nicholson, and Nicholson is going to get down to about the 17. Bieberly with an ankle tackle to save the touchdown. Nice play that time by Hanover. They line up in an identical formation, switch sides, and showed option, and then a quick drop back by Bruna. Nicholson all by himself. So Hanover now 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 17 of Central Plains. Oilers lead 8-0 early in the game. Shotgun, double split, 1 left, 1 right. Single back is Ringstorff. Option left. No, they want a shovel pass. Now Bruna's just going to get swallowed up, and that play was doomed from the get-go. Really looked like he was running an option, wanted to shovel,
Carried by Andrew Bruno.
Inside, and I believe he was trying to shovel that to Diedrich. And it just wasn't there. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 after that 1-yard loss. That play just didn't look good from the get-go. Central Plains pretty quick, really mirrors Hanover. Hanover has more size, but Central Plains very physical, very quick. Shotgun formation, slot right, option left, pitch to Juneman around the corner. He'll pick up, get the loss back, and pick up 3, maybe 4. Hunter Nicholson wanting a face mask, and I think he's got a legitimate gripe. Here's side official to Nicholson. Immediately with his hands in the air, he just didn't see it. 3rd and 7. Got a 4-yard pickup that time by Juneman. Slot right. Juneman's the single back. Shotgun is Bruna looking to throw. Drops back across the middle. There's Nicholson and drops the football. Nicholson at the goal line. All alone once again and just absolutely dropped it. Teammates quickly over as Hunter Nicholson really beat himself up on that one, and you're not going to see that very often. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 7. Hanover can pick up a first as the ball's at about the 14. Shotgun, double split, single back. Bruno back to pass, looking. Once Ringsdorf has got him, and that is going to be a Hanover touchdown. Ringsdorf across the middle. We watched him do that at Osborne, and Ringsdorf dove across the goal line and got the ball in. A nice play on 4th and 7 by Hanover, just trying to pick up that first down, but Ringsdorf coming around that left side. Again, some confusion for Central Plains, and Hanover will do that as they send a lot of guys, give you a lot of different looks. High formation. Nicholson on the right, 2-point conversion. Option, left side. Juneman trying to work his way in, and that's going to be just short. As pretty good defense that time by Central Plains. The Oilers are impressive on defense. Hanover gets themselves back in it. It's 8-6. Central Plains lead when we come back.
Are your vehicle's tires ready for winter? Head to the Pony Express Service Center, located on Highway 36 south of Hanover, for a new set of tires to give you a better grip on the road. Their services include a full line of tires, gasoline, and diesel fuel, and the Pony Express Service Center will deliver their fuel to your farm or business. Have their mechanics check your battery, antifreeze, wiper blades, and lights. The folks at the Pony Express Service Center are strong supporters of the Hanover Wildcats. Blooms and Beyond in downtown Hanover supports the Hanover Wildcats. As you might suppose, the blooms include fresh arrangements, silks, and green plants. And the Beyond includes sports collectibles such as football photo frames, license plates, gifts for hunting enthusiasts, perpetual calendars, candles by Sugar Shack, and holiday home decor by Honey and Me. You'll get loads of inspiration for your home holiday decorating when you shop at Blooms and Beyond in downtown Hanover.
Back at Newton, 8-6 Hanover trails after that touchdown by Cody Ringsdorf. Juneman now high floating kickoff is going to be taken by Beaverly at about the 20. Beaverly gets around the outside, forced out of bounds by, give you a number here in just a minute, Devin Juneman. Ball will be spotted at about the 30, 31. So Central Plains now with the football. They lead Hanover 8-6, 6:51 left in the first quarter. Again, same formation we've seen about every time. Under center goes Kreitz, high formation. Handoff, Kreitz tries to pull it. Lucky they even were able to hang on to that. Did hand it off that time to Carson Kermer, tackled by Fritchie. Maybe a yard gain. Central Plains is averaging 51 points a game. Hanover averaging just over 60. Central Plains only allows 8.5. Really good Oiler defense. Second down, no gain, so second 10. Wright's under center. High formation spin. Keeps it. He's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage once more. And we'll give Zarbanicki credit on that as well as Ringsdorf. Picks up maybe a yard. 3rd and 9.
Tackle by Cody Ringsdorf.
Ethan Pritchie just got off a block, but the only way Ethan knows how. Ethan really ought to think about wrestling, because that was one of the best single legs I've seen in a while. Pritchie from that left DN position. Now we've got a shotgun formation. 3 receivers left. Kreitz drops back, flushed out by Zarbanicki. Pass down the field, and loose again is Bieberly. And Bieberly got away from Hunter Nicholson again and gets it inside the 10 of Hanover. And again, Kreitz throws a beautiful ball. And so far, if Bieberly can touch it, he's going to catch it.
First down, the ball is the 8.
So the ball is going to be spotted at the 8, 3rd and 9, and now 1st and goal from the 8. And so far, Hanover just doesn't have an answer for Lane Bieberly. And he is Kreitz's man. That's who he wants to go to. Same formation. Bieberly is split right. Now motion left to right. Option right side, and that is going to be swallowed up. Cody Ringsdorf and Ethan Pritchie cleaned it up. Alex Barton on that option, and they're going to lose. They're going to lose about 7 yards. Ball will be spotted back at the 13, so a loss of 5, 2nd goal. Ball spotted at the 13 of Hanover. Same formation. Bieberly out on the right. Nicholson will be on him. 3 receivers left. Now screen pass that time to the receiver, and that's going to be, once again, that'll be Alex Barton, forced out of bounds. He'll get most of those yards they lost back. Zarbanicki forces him out of bounds. Ball put back at about, now he'll pick up more than that. That ball's going to be spotted now at about the 3 line of Hanover. The 3rd goal from the 3. Same formation. 3 receivers left, 1 right. That's Bieberly. Shotgun. Kreitz drops back. Pass is going to be nearly caught that time, but knocked down. Alex Barton, the intended receiver. I think that was Juniman on coverage. So 4th down. 4:22 left in the first. Hanover trailing 8-6. Fourth and goal. Same formation. Same 3 receivers left. Bieberly's right. Kreitz looks right. From the shotgun, looking right all the way. Pressure's on, and he's going to be brought down. No, he gets away somehow and nearly finds Bieberly in the end zone. I have no idea how Kreitz got out of that mess. Ringsdorf, Sabatrisky, and Pritchie all in his face, and Ringsdorf had a hold of both legs. Somehow Kreitz able to get rid of that and nearly completed it to Lane Bieberly. Would have been a great catch, but one that so far we've seen Bieberly make those. So Hanover is going to hold and will take over at their own 3-yard line, 1st and 10. Ringsdorf is the lone back. Juniman left, Nicholson right. Handoff to Ringsdorf inside. Pulls his way ahead, still on his feet, spinning, trying to get loose. Gets it out across the 5. Looks like they'll spot it about the 6. A little breathing room now after that 4-yard pickup from Ringsdorf.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
The 2nd and 6 now for Hanover with 3:45 left in the first. Shotgun formation. Ringsdorf will be the lone back. Actually, he'll be in a slot to the right. 3 receivers. Bruna drops the snap, picks it up, looking, wanted to throw deep. Now he's going to have to run. Good job by Bruna. And he can be very close to that first down. He'll be a little short, so it'll bring up 3rd and about a yard. Good job that time by Bruna as he dropped the snap, and he wanted Zabatrisky down the right sideline and had him, but just could not recover. So covered it up and took off. 3rd and 1. Ball spotted at about the 12 of Hanover. 2 wings this time, 1 left, 1 right. Now 1 in motion is Juniman. Bruna takes off running, trying to get enough, falls forward, and I think he's got it. He just needed 1, and I think he got 2, so first down, they won't even have to measure.
Picked up a first down.
New set of downs now for the Wildcats. The ball will be spotted near the 15-yard line.
Jacob Warrington on top. First down, the ball at the 14.
Hanover breaks huddle with a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Bruna. Ringsdorf to his left. Alone back. Nicholson left. Juniman right. Bruna wants to throw, and now he's in trouble. Now rolls right, looking deep, and now a hole's going to be called. That pass is complete to Nicholson, and he's probably going to score, but they're going to call Ethan Fritchie on a hold, I'm sure.
The pass was complete. However, we do have a flag on the play.
And Ethan Fritchie pleading his case to the white hat, and that is an illegal hand to the face on Ethan Fritchie. And I tell you, I was looking right at him. And again, Hunter Nicholson somehow gets lost in that Central Plains secondary, but that was all for nothing. That's going to be half the distance to the goal line.
2 blocks on the offense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
I saw the block. Nothing malicious.
And they will
But again, just a
4-yard line.
Just the illegal block is Ritchie trying to protect his quarterback. So now 1st and about 20.
1st and 20.
As that ball spotted back where we started, back inside the 5 of Hanover. Bruna takes the snap from his own end zone, trying now shovel pass to Zabatrisky, and that's going to be eaten up. Good defense by Central Plains. And Central Plains is a very well-disciplined team defensively. Very assignment sound. Extremely hard thing to teach. I'll pick up a couple.
No gain.
Actually, no gain. They'll spot that right back where it was. 2nd down and 20, down to a minute 45. Ringsdorf lines up to the left, single back. Shotgun for Bruna. 2 receivers. Bruna drops back in his own end zone, looking a lot of time. Now he's going to take off and run. He's got a little bit of room down towards the middle of the field and nearly got a first down in May. He needed 20, and he is really close. He may be half a yard short, but it is really close. Good job that time by Andrew Bruna. They are going to have to measure this. That is really close. I think he's a little bit short. Bruna that time with good recognition. He had a lot of time back there. Bring the sticks out. Measure, and he is going to be the length of the football short. So they'll bring that back towards the center of the field and maybe the length of the football. So 3rd down, very short. That ball is going to be spotted about the 24. 23, they'll say 3rd, and then we'll call it a yard.
3rd and
Bruno go under center. Ringsdorf the lone back. Wing to the right is Juniman. Split right is Nicholson. In motion, Juniman. Now he'll hold on the left side. Bruno keeps it. He'll get it easily.
Ball carried by Andrew Bruno.
Needed to get to the 34, or 24 rather.
25.
And got to the 25, so first down. 56 seconds. Again, Hanover trailing 8-6 to Central Plains. Just had a long touchdown called back due to an illegal block. Nicholson split right. Ringsdorf the lone back. Bruna spins around, wants to keep it, and that's going to be swallowed up. He'll gain a couple. Central Plains doing a great job defensively, and again, they only allow 8.5 points a game. You've got to have respect for a team that is 12-0 and has only allowed 8 points a game. Hanover's given up 180 points in their 12 games. Central Plains has given up 102. Second down about 6, and Hanover's just going to let the clock wind down. 1 quarter in the book. Hanover trails Central Plains 8-6 in this 8-man Division I state championship. You're listening to Hanover Wildcats football on KCLY. We'll bring you back second quarter after this.
From birth and routine checkups to emergency care and rehab services, the Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic is a place where residents experience a lifetime of health care. It's a small community hospital that takes pride in who they are and those they serve. The Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic also supports the Hanover Wildcats in all their academic and athletic endeavors. They encourage everyone to cheer on the student athletes in the classroom, on the court, on the field, and in the community. The Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic are proud fans of the Hanover Wildcats.
At Sapp Brothers, they pride themselves on the high level of service they provide and their ability to meet their customers' special fueling needs. From bulk gasoline and diesel to propane and oil delivery, Sapp Brothers is a fuel source to residents and businesses alike in Marshall and Washington counties. They can deliver a variety of bulk fuels to where you need it, at your home or out in the field. Contact them for a competitive fuel quote. Call their Hanover office at 337-2446.
1 quarter in the books. Hanover trailing Central Plains 8-6. Long pass to Lane Bieberly. And a long pass to Hunter Nicholson. Eventually Cody Ringsdorf able to punch it in. Hanover now 2nd and 6. Ball on their own 29. Bruna in the shotgun. Ringsdorf in motion right. Bruna holds. Now drops back. There's Ringsdorf in that screen. We watched this at Osborne. He's got a first down, a little more, out across midfield, and they're going to spot him out of bounds. It looks like
Cody Ringsdorf,
right around the 38, maybe.
tackle played by Lane Bieber.
Plenty for the first down for Hanover.
Good for a first down. The ball is the 38-yard line.
A new set of downs for the Wildcats. And trailing Central Plains 8-6. Bruna in the gun. Ringsdorf on his right. He'll fake a handoff, looking to throw, and there's Zabatrisky all by himself. Zabatrisky with a little bit of room gets around one tackle, down across the 25, near the 20. They'll spot him at about the 23. Gets for screen pass that time to Zabatrisky, and Andrew Bruna was rocked.
Tackle by Cody Price.
He sold that play and paid the price. He's fine. Gets the play from Coach Matt Hoyer and runs back to the huddle. He's fine, but he was hit really hard. 1st and 10 now in Oiler territory at the 23. Bruna under center. Ringsdorf the lone back. Nicholson left. Juneman right. Trying to draw Oilers offside, and now they stay. Bruna keeps and loses a couple.
Ball kept by Adam Bruna. Michael Ryan.
Andrew Bruna. See, every play, he runs over to the sidelines and is met by Coach Matt Hoyer to get the play. So 2nd 10, they'll say no loss. Under center goes Bruna. Motion right to left. Juneman fake handoff, hands it to Ringsdorf. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball carried by Cody Ringsdorf. Tackle by Cody Price.
They'll give him 3 on the play, 3rd and 7.
Ball to 20. Bring up 3rd and 7.
Central Plains, one of the better defensive football teams I've seen. Very disciplined, very assignment sound. And you have to be that way to play Hanover. so far we haven't seen that. Now he'll stack 3 receivers right. Shotgun is Bruna. 3rd and 7. Drops back, wants to throw. Throws right, looking for Zabatrisky, and just out of the reach of the big man, but he was well covered by Lane Bieberly and Hunter Ingham. But again, Bruna put that out there. It's either Zabatrisky's or nobody. So that's going to bring up 4th and 7. Ball spotted right at the 20 of Central Plains. Shotgun formation. He'll go double wing this time. Ringsdorf right, Juneman left. Dropping back, looking across the middle and had Hunter Nicholson and just threw it a little bit low. And Nicholson really didn't have a chance to get to that, so Hanover will turn it over on down.
Ball will go over to Central Plains. 1st and 10 at the play.
10 minutes left in the first half. Central Plains gets it back with a 2-point lead, 8-6. Kreitz will go shotgun with one back. Slot right, split one left. Looking to option, now looking to pass, holding, pressured, forced out of bounds by Fritchie. He's got a man, and that is Bieberly again, and he gets away from Nicholson, and he is going to score again.
Pass went from Brandon Kreitz to Lane Bieberly.
Kreitz to Bieberly is the story so far. And Kreitz lays it out there, and Bieberly will catch it. Bieberly is listed at 6'3", 170. And he's all of 6'3" and maybe 170. But he is a very good receiver. Central Plains lines up to go for 2. Pitch left this time. That's Besthorn. Rounds the corner and going to be hammered out of bounds. And that is a little red from Ethan Fritchie. 9:51 left in the first half. Hanover finds themselves in a hole, 14-6 when we come back.
This is 100.9 FM, KCLY, Clay Center.
When your business is agriculture, you want a banking partner behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are bad years. We're here for them all. Agriculture is the backbone of our local economy. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. Citizen State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
For a sound herd health program, your vaccination headquarters is Valley Vet Supply. They have all the vaccines to protect your cows and calves from respiratory infections, blackleg, pink eye, and pneumonia, as well as pregnancy protection vaccines to ensure a better calf yield next year. Combination shots for your calves are also available. Vaccination is important for achieving an adequate immune response, and Valley Vet Supply will get you started. See them in Marysville or online at valleyvet.com.
Hanover trails 14-6. Kickoff by Central Plains. Pooch kick is going to be taken by Zarbanicki out near midfield and now falls back, and they're going to spot it just short of midfield. So I haven't seen much from Central Plains as far as kickoff. They've kept it low and short. Good job that time by Zarbanicki to catch it in the air and get a little gain, and Hanover near midfield. Again, this is a 100-yard field. It is marked like a 100-yard field, but the bright orange yard markers a little confusing for play-by-play guys. Shotgun for Bruna. He'll option left with Ringsdorf. Pitches to Ringsdorf. Good block. Hunter Nicholson on the outside allows Ringsdorf to get across near midfield near the 35. He's going to pick up about 9. Great block that time by Nicholson to let Ringsdorf get around that. He'll bring up second 1. Hanover trailing 14-6. Second down and 1 as Bruna comes off the sideline, gets the play from Coach Hoyer. He'll split Zabatrisky to the right. Now some confusion Now they get it together. Zabitrisky will go tight, I formation. Pitch right to Ringsdorf. He wants to throw, and Hunter Nicholson fell down. And he does get rid of it, and there was Andrew Bruna was in the area. So they won't call grounding. I know Central Plains crowd wants it, but Andrew Bruna in the area, and that is a good call. And it should be an incomplete pass, but Hunter Nicholson just absolutely tripped over his own feet. That play meant for him, and Nicholson lost again. Nobody near him. So it brings up 3rd and 1, and that is the right call by the officials. Again, Central Plains crowd and coach is really on these officials, but that's correct. Bruna goes under center. Will Bruna, his lone back, and falls forward. He just wanted a first down and got it.
Jacob Warrington.
So new set it down.
Tackle. First down.
Ball spotted about the 32. 8:52 left in the half. Hanover trailing Central Plains 14-6.
Excuse me, 32 of the Oilers.
So Hanover into Oiler territory, 1st and 10. 2 splits. Trey Losey goes right, Nicholson left. Single back is Juniman. Shotgun, Bruna looking to throw across the middle, has Nicholson hit hard. He'll pick up about 6 or 7. He's going to pick up a lot more than that. They're going to give him about 9.
Lane Beaverly makes the tackle.
I'll say 8, 2nd 2.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
It's 2nd 2, trust me. The ball spotted at the 24 of Central Plains. Now Zabitrisky will split right. Losey will line up in the right wing. Nicholson left. Juniman the single back. Bruna in the gun, drops back, and now going to take off running. He's got a little bit of room, dances around. It's a pretty good block from Trey Losey. Falls forward. He's going to pick up about 10 yards. Blocked that time by Losey.
Lane Beaverly
from the other side of the field. Now Losey runs over to Coach Hoyer to get that play.
First down, the ball.
And he's going to come out. White will come in. So new set of downs, 1st and 10 at the Oiler 14. 7.5 minutes left in the half. Hanover trails by 8, 14-6. Slot right formation. White in the slot, in motion, and now flags fly everywhere, and I think that's a false start. And it is.
Prior to the snap infraction on the offense. Still first down.
This Whitehead official has the best mic in the place.
Pass to Finley will be 1st and 15.
The 1st and 15 now for the Wildcats. All at the 19 of Central Plains. Same formation. White slot right. Zabitrisky split wide. Juniman the lone back. On Bruna's right. Bruna rolling right. Looking. Wants Zabitrisky, and he's in trouble, and he's just going to have to hold it and tried. Boy, he thought about trying to make a pitch with that ball, and Andrew Bruna has got to hang on to that. Sometimes the defense wins, and they won that one. And that is a huge loss, and that is going to bring up
tackle made by Trusted Griff.
2nd and about 22. Bruna getting the play. Clock continues to tick, and Hanover may be forced into a timeout here.
23.
And they are. Hanover's going to take a timeout. 6:18 left in the second quarter. Hanover trailing 14-6 when we come back.
A job worth doing is worth doing right. The crew at Orville Juneman Dozer Service and Owl Quarries of Hanover is hardworking and can complete a variety of jobs for your residential or commercial projects and your farm and ranch needs. From site prep work and conservation work to building and repairing waterways, terraces, and ponds, Orville Juneman Dozer Service takes pride in their quality workmanship. They also have ag lime and road rock of all sizes for special projects. Give them a call at 337-2482.
Farmers Cooperative Hanover take this opportunity to extend their good luck wishes to the Hanover Wildcats. See the Farmers Cooperative for a full line of products and services. From fuel to feed, agronomy to tires, and grain to lubricants, they have it all. Their goal is to make your operation more profitable. Farmers Cooperative with added locations now in Herkimer, Marysville, and Bremen.
Farmers Cooperative, investing in our owners' success.
And investing in our youth.
Out of the timeout, Hanover facing a 2nd and 22. They'll stack 3 receivers to the right. Empty backfield. Bruna in the gun. Drops back to throw. Rushes on. He's got a man downfield. That's Juneman. Makes the catch. Leaps about 3 feet off the ground to do it. But Preston Juneman with a great catch. And he'll gain about 10. And that'll bring up, he'll gain about 11 on that play. So 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Great catch that time by Juneman. Preston Juneman had to use all of that 6-foot height. He'll stay in the backfield to Bruna's left. White split right. Nicholson left. Bruna looking to throw, in trouble. Flushed out of the pocket, now takes off, and he'll gain about 5 or 6. But that's going to bring up 4th down. Give him about 5. 4th and 5. Now they can still pick up a first. They've got to get down to about the 4-yard line of Central Plains to do it.
4th and 5.
So Hanover facing 4th and 5 again. Juneman the lone back. Bruna in the gun. Gets the snap. Looking right. Looking for a receiver. Now he's going to take off. He's got room. If he can get there, he's going to be close and diving. That last dive by Andrew Bruna got it. And he is going to get a first down. And it'll bring up 1st and goal. Bruna did a good job of seeing just a little bit of a crease, but it closed quickly. But just that last effort and dive by Andrew Bruna picks up the first down. So 1st and goal now. Ball placed at the 3-yard line of Central Plains. 4.5 left in the second. Very quick first half. Now slot right. Now Hanover's got to use a timeout again. They're confused in that formation again. 4:24 left in the first half. Hanover trailing 14-6, 1st and goal when we come back.
What the heck is a firewall?
What's the difference between SD and HD TV?
How much data should I have on my cell phone plan?
How do I hook my tablet up to the internet?
Where do all these cords for my new computer go?
For answers to all your burning questions, look to your local telecommunications provider, Blue Valley Telecommunications, providing phone, internet, TV, cellular, and so much more. Now offering IT support and consulting for your business.
The lights go out, the tents light up, the music blasts, lasers beam around the room. It's Cosmic Bowling, the most novel way to have fun in the entertainment galaxy. Cosmic Bowling is Friday and Saturday nights starting at 10 p.m. at Landau Lanes. Come in where it's nice and warm and enjoy a cold beverage and some hot food. Make Cosmic Bowling the fun highlight of your weekend. Open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to midnight. Landau Lanes in Marysville.
Out of the timeout, 1st and goal. Bruna goes under center. Ringsdorf the lone back. Looking to hand off to Ringsdorf. Now pulls it. He's going to try to get in himself. He's close and push back. He's going to get down to about the 1. He'll pick up a couple.
Stopped by a host of tackles.
Stopped just short.
Brings the ball to the 1. second goal.
The second down. Ball placed at the 1 of Central Plains. Hanover can tie this with a touchdown and conversion. They trail 14-6. Bruna under center. Gets a snap. Tries to follow his line, and he's going to be denied again. No gain. Well, he just tried to get in behind Ethan Fritchie and company, and not much there. In fact, he's going to lose maybe. Nope, they'll just say no gain. So third goal, ball at the 1. Under center goes Bruna. Options right. Now turns left, falls forward, and that is a Hanover touchdown. Boy, they were really slow coming up with that, and I thought maybe his knee might have went down, but he was well into the end zone. So Hanover with the 1-yard touchdown run from Bruna, and now they'll attempt to tie this with a 2-point conversion with 3:04 left in the second. 14-12. Bruno go back to the gun with Ringsdorf on his left. Juneman right, Nicholson left. Snap from Jaden Bruno. Option left. Ringsdorf looking to throw. Has Hunter Nicholson and makes the catch in the back of the end zone. Nice job by Cody Ringsdorf to Hunter Nicholson. Nicholson had to come back across his body and make a diving catch, but we are tied up. 3:04 left in the first half. It's 14-14 when we come back.
Ron Duneman is the owner and operator of R.L. Duneman Construction of Hanover, and his expertise comes from many years of heavy equipment and dirt moving experience. He really knows what he's doing. His work is amazingly accurate, wasting no time in getting your waterways, terraces, and ponds built, plus you'll clear trees. He has done work throughout the entire KCLY listening area, and his rates are reasonable. Call Ron Duneman at 747-6623. That's 747-6623.
Every major construction project uses concrete in one form or another. From residential driveways to basements, patios, and curbs, Midwest Products make great use of their ready-mix concrete. They operate 4 state-approved plants in Hanover, Clay Center, Lynn, and Washington to meet the needs of residential, commercial, or farm-related projects. Livestock slats, feed bunks, landscape rock, and more are all available from Midwest Products. Give them a call for all your jobs that require ready-mix concrete. 800-371-2252.
14-14 with 3:04 left in the first half. Hanover ties it up on that 1-yard Andrew Bruna touchdown. Set to kick off now. Preston Juneman. Lane Beaverly deep for Central Plains. Juneman's kick. High floater. Down around the 5-yard line. Beaverly has it. Looking to the middle. A little bit of room, but he's going to be brought down. That time by Juneman and Will Bruna. Also in on that play, but Central Plains is going to have pretty good field position once again. And we'll see where they spot it. Thought he was near the midfield stripe. Just short, actually. He'll be about the 33, so. Oiler football, Kreitz under center. Drops back to pass, rushes on. Zabatrisky's close, and now he's got him, and that's grounding. And he just drove that ball right into the ground about 2 feet in front of him as he was being forced out of bounds by Zabatrisky, and they're not going to call this. I think they're going to say he was out of bounds. And I'm almost positive that's about what they have to be saying. The clock did stop, so I'm sure they're saying he was out of bounds. He just drove that ball right into the ground about 2 feet in front of him. Good job that time by Evan Zabatrisky. So second loss of about 4. Kreitz back to pass. Looking, he's got time. And now he's got Bieberly again, and Bieberly comes up with another circus catch over Hunter Nicholson. and gets that ball down to about the 24, and Nicholson looks at the sidelines with his hands in the air. And Hunter, I don't know what to tell you, because that was pretty good coverage.
3-yard line.
I mean, Beaverly just crawled over the back of Hunter Nicholson and took that ball away. And that is one impressive senior receiver. So 1st and 10 now for Central Plains, 2:26. Handoff, Beaverly going around the left end, and Zabatrisky. Good job by Evan Zabatrisky to lay him out and maybe lost a yard. Zabatrisky from that right end position. And no, they'll spot it right back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10. Good job that time by Zabatrisky. Down under 2 minutes.
Okay, 2nd and 10.
That's front 3, Austin Diedrich, Zabatrisky, and Fritchie. One of the best in the state. Kreitz drops back, rushes on, and finds Beaverly again across the middle. Beaverly's going to pick up a first and a little more. Still on his feet, forced out of bounds, and Beaverly a little slow getting up now. He met Ethan Fritchie, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 4. And Hanover, no answer for Lane Beaverly.
Ball just inside the 5.
In Beaverly, the man that Kreitz wants to go to, 1,000 yards on the season on 46 receptions, 25 touchdowns. The Central Plains is content to throw the ball all day long. Kreitz under center. He squats down low. Now he's going to spin out. He's going to run it this time out around the left side. That's going to be a hold, and Evan Zabatrisky's down. And that was kind of an ugly hold, and now he's up. Kind of nursing that right elbow. That's going to be a hold on Central Plains.
Yeah, flag play.
Zabatrisky really holding that. Tell if that's an elbow or maybe a wrist on the left side, but he was all caught up in there. So now the Oilers will be forced back.
On the offense, 10 yards on the foul. Still first down.
So that goes back to about the 17-yard line. Still first and goal.
17. First goal there.
Oilers huddle up. Zabatrisky's still in there. Left wrist or elbow, but I think he's fine. Kreitz under center, squats down very low. You can't hardly see him. Now drops back, wants to throw. Wants Beaverly, doesn't have him, and now just throws it away. Good coverage that time by Preston Juneman, just trying to get a little screen to Beaverly, and Juneman locked up with Beaverly. Nicholson out there to assist. Second goal now for Central Plains, 1:07. Game tied up at 14. In a good first half. Hanover really not making any mistakes. Central Plains is that good defensively. Kreitz now will go in the gun. Slot right. Looking, pressure on, looking for a man, and he's got one. In the corner of the end zone, that is Michael Lamich, a senior tight end, and it is a touchdown, Central Plains. And Austin Diedrich all but had Kreitz wrapped up. And Kreitz is very, very patient back there. He knows he is going to take a lick and doesn't care. And, oh, by the way, Kreitz is a junior. Shotgun formation. Kreitz is going to try to run it in. He's got a little room and easily walks it in. And Central Plains has gone right back up 22-14. 1:02 left in the first half. We'll bring you back for Hanover possession when we come back.
Is your furnace as efficient as it should be? Make sure it is with a call to Hanover Electric. With highly qualified, experienced electricians and servicemen, Hanover Electric will sell and service heating and air conditioning units, plus they can do all types of plumbing work. They're the ones to call for residential, commercial, and industrial electrical work, and for plumbing, refrigerants, trenching, and backhoe work. Hanover Electric keeps everything running efficiently. They look forward to serving you.
Andy's Hardware and Lumber continues to meet the needs of their customers with quality building products, tools, hardware, and customer service. They carry a wide selection of products to give you more choices and more solutions. Whatever you're building or remodeling, you need a reliable source of lumber, windows, doors, and hardware at good competitive prices. When you deal with Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, you'll always be treated right. They extend good luck wishes to the Hanover Wildcats.
22-14, minute 2 left. Onside kick gets away from Will Bruna. Now he's got it, and he's going to be wrapped up immediately. That time by Central Plains. Hanover will have the ball
by Will Bruna
at about the 30.
Alex Barton, base tackle.
Alex Barton on that tackle, and a pretty good one.
Ball the 28, first catch.
By Central Plains. So Hanover's going to have 58 seconds to work. They have one timeout. Used a couple of that last series. So Bruno will stack 3 right. In the gun. Wind's picked up a little bit. Drops back under pressure. Steps up. Got a man, and that ball's picked off. Braden Kreitz intercepts it for Central Plains. And Andrew Bruna has 33 touchdowns and 3 interceptions on the season. And just threw his 4th. So Central Plains, with all 3 timeouts, is going to have it 1st and 10.
At the 38.
That ball's going to be spotted about the 38-yard line in Hanover territory. And Hanover a little out of their element right now. Kreitz in the gun. Looking to throw. There's Bieberly. Screen pass left. And Juneman, nice defensive play by Preston Juneman to wrap up Bieberly. He'll gain maybe a yard. Good open field tackle, and now Central Plains wants a timeout. 40 seconds left. 22-14. Central Plains lead. 2nd and 8 when we come back.
Are your vehicle's tires ready for winter? Head to the Pony Express Service Center, located on Highway 36 south of Hanover, for a new set of tires to give you a better grip on the road. Their services include a full line of tires, gasoline, and diesel fuel, and the Pony Express Service Center will deliver their fuel to your farm or business. Have their mechanics check your battery, antifreeze, wiper blades, and lights. The folks at the Pony Express Service Center are strong supporters of the Hanover Wildcats.
40 seconds left in the half. Central Plains with the football. They gave Bieberly a couple of yards on that game, so 2nd and 8. And Central Plains immediately with a timeout. They've got all 3 of theirs left, and they use their first one after that screen pass. They'll line up in formation out of the timeout. Kreitz will go in the gun, and Bieberly will go wide right. Slot formation to the right. Now motion right to left. Kreitz looking left, and ball knocked down by Evan Zabatrisky at the line of scrimmage. Good play by the big man. Evan Zabatrisky came up big on that play. 3rd and 8 now. Zabatrisky 6'3", and had about 3 feet onto that with his wingspan and a pretty good vertical. Kreitz from the gun, looking. He's got time. Cross the middle. Does find a man. This time it's going to be Hunter Ingham, and, well, we'll see where they spot him. He's close to a first. Probably a little bit short. And that'll bring up 4th down. Central Plains quickly calls the timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here And he will be a little surprised they're not measuring that. They're going to mark him about a half a yard short. 29 seconds left. And Hanover still has one timeout. And now Central Plains with one. So we'll see what Central Plains does here with the one timeout. It's fourth down. They need the first. You would think they would run it and pick up the first. We'll see. And now they will measure. I'm a little surprised. I think one of the coaches asked for that. A little surprised it didn't. He's very close. And they'll measure, and I mean, that is as close as you can get. That is fourth and inches. Maybe.
You'll bring out fourth and inches.
So with 29 seconds left, each team has one timeout. Central Plains breaks huddle. They will go gun with one back. Carson Kermer, the lone back. Snap to Kreitz. He's going to run now. He's got the first down plus about 2 or 3. And that stops the clock. And Central Plains immediately uses their timeout. 24 seconds left. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Bring you back right after this.
Blooms and Beyond in downtown Hanover supports the Hanover Wildcats. As you might suppose, the Blooms include fresh arrangements, silks, and green plants. And the Beyond includes sports collectibles such as football photo frames, license plates, gifts for hunting enthusiasts, perpetual calendars, candles by Sugar Shack, and holiday home decor by Honey and Me. You'll get loads of inspiration for your home holiday decorating when you shop at Blooms and Beyond in downtown Hanover.
24 seconds left in the half. Hanover trailing 24-14 or 22-14 to Central Plains. Central Plains ball going to be spotted at the Hanover 23. First and 10. Each team, actually Hanover has one timeout. Central Plains just used their last one. So Hanover defense will need to come up big here. Kreitz will go under center. One split left, one right. That's Bieberly on the right. I formation. Kreitz drops back. Good job by the offensive line. Now rolls right, has a man near the goal line, and that's going to be caught by Michael Lamich, the senior tight end. 15 seconds left. Central Plains will try to come up. Lamich is hurt. Lamich gets up. And now Central Plains there. Clock starts. Under center goes Kreitz. He spikes the ball. And, boy, that's dangerous.
Quarterback spikes the ball, stops the clock.
Kreitz spikes that ball. Hanover nearly took it away from him. Good rush that time. They knew it was coming. And Hanover brought the house and nearly took that ball out of Kreitz's hand. Kreitz was really not paying much attention.
Second goal, inside the 1.
Second goal, ball spotted right at the 1, 12 seconds left. Kreitz under center. I formation. Drops back. There's Zabatrisky and nearly has him, loses him somehow. Now Kreitz is flushed out, got a man in the end zone, pass incomplete. I have no idea how Kreitz continues to get away from these Hanover defenders. Zabatrisky had him, then Austin Diedrich flushed him to the right, and all Kreitz could do was get rid of it.
First goal.
I mean, Zabatrisky had him in his grasp, and Kreitz able to worm his way out of there. 5.5 ticks left. It's third and goal. Same formation. Kreitz under center. Now he's going to try to sneak it in. He's going to be short. His knee drops, and they're not going to be able to get another play off, and that is going to end the first half. And now a couple of players in a scrum, but they've called the play.
Ball was carried by
Kreitz's knee clearly hit the ground before he went in. That is not a touchdown. And Hanover able to hold. We are headed to the second half. 22-14. Hanover trails. We'll bring you back in about 2 minutes.
From birth and routine checkups to emergency care and rehab services, the Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic is a place where residents experience a lifetime of health care. It's a small community hospital that takes pride in who they are and those they serve. The Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic also supports the Hanover Wildcats in all their academic and athletic endeavors. They encourage everyone to cheer on the student athletes in the classroom, on the court, on the field, and in the community. The Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic are proud fans of the Hanover Wildcats.
At Sapp Brothers, they pride themselves on the high level of service they provide and their ability to meet their customers' special fueling needs. From bulk gasoline and diesel to propane and oil delivery, Sapp Brothers is a fuel source to residents and businesses alike in Marshall and Washington counties. They can deliver a variety of bulk fuels to where you need it, at your home or out in the field. Contact them for a competitive fuel quote. Call their Hanover office at 337-2446.
In today's economy, you need a banking partner that understands agriculture, that can help you make the big decisions a little bit easier. From getting the right equipment to even the seed you need to plant your fields. In this part of the country, agriculture is more than just a job, it's a way of life. Citizen State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
We're just making a living, making things grow.
Farming has inherent risk. Will your investments pay off this year? The answer depends on many factors. Some you can control and others you cannot. That's where we come in. I'm Dave Savage with Blue Valley Insurance, and our agents can help you find the right insurance to protect your farming operation against a loss affecting your crops, livestock, equipment, and property. With 4 locations in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville, Blue Valley Insurance can help manage your risks so your farm will prosper into the future.
Back at Newton, Phil Casper along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella. Hanover cheerleaders on the field right now. Hanover finds themselves in a position they're not used to. They're trailing 22-14 in this 8-man Division I state title game. Claflin Central Plains, great defensive team, and they've showed it as they continue to really turn it on. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Wakefield head coach Chris Freeman. He'll be with us the rest of the way. We'll bring you back to Newton right after these.
When it's time to get cattle in the stock fields, you'll need the right fences to keep them there. Valley Vet Supply has a great selection of solar power and plug-in fencers, insulators, polywire, and all the accessories. The various fence systems, including Parmac and Zariba, are economical, easy to install and maintain, offers better control, and great prices. Check them out online, valleyvet.com, or in Marysville. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 8, Saturday, 8 to 6, and Sunday, 12:30 to 5.
A job worth doing is worth doing right. The crew at Orville Juneman Dozer Service and Oral Quarries of Hanover is hardworking and can complete a variety of jobs for your residential or commercial projects and your farm and ranch needs. From site prep work and conservation work to building and repairing waterways, terraces, and ponds, Orville Juneman Dozer Service takes pride in their quality workmanship. They also have ag lime and road rock of all sizes for special projects. Give them a call at 337-2482.
Farmers Cooperative Hanover take this opportunity to extend their good luck wishes to the Hanover Wildcats. See the Farmers Cooperative for a full line of products and services, from fuel to feed, agronomy to tires, and grain to lubricants. They have it all. Their goal is to make your operation more profitable. Farmers Cooperative, with added locations now in Herkimer, Marysville, and Bremen.
Farmers Cooperative, investing in our owners' success.
And investing in our youth.
What the heck is a firewall?
What's the difference between SD and HD TV?
How much data should I have on my cell phone plan?
How do I hook my tablet up to the internet?
Where do all these cords for my new computer go?
For answers to all your burning questions, look to your local telecommunications provider, Blue Valley Telecommunications, providing phone, internet, TV, cellular, and so much more. Now offering IT support and consulting for your business.
Back at Newton, we're at halftime. It is Hanover trailing Central Plains 22-14, now joined by Wakefield Bomber head coach Chris Freeman. Chris, thanks for stepping in and helping me out. I appreciate it. Glad you were here.
Yeah, glad to do it. Just enjoying some football, so appreciate the opportunity to be able to sit here with you.
Well, good deal, Chris. We always love having you on, and I've been anxious the last 3 weeks. I've called Hanover games, and I think of you guys every time in week 3 or 4 whenever you guys played Hanover. And, you know, Hanover dominant against Madison. They're dominant against Udall. Both pretty decent teams. I thought Udall was a little better than maybe what they showed up with. And then last week they had to go back to Osborne and play them again, a team that played them really tough in that final week of regular season play. But I tell you, Hanover just dominant against Osborne. Threw up 74 points. Bruna threw for 300-plus yards and, you know, ran for 100-some and accounted for 6 touchdowns. So let's talk about your game with Hanover a little bit. I know maybe that's not a memory you want to go back to, but, you know, you guys had such a great season, and you've got a lot of guys coming back. I think that Hanover game maybe not indicative of the kind of season you had, and certainly not indicative of the team you had. They just catch off guard a little bit.
Well, I mean, we knew they were going to be good, and for us, we're not used. We've never been in big games like that. These kids are we're trying to feel where they're at. Honestly, in terms of in retrospect, it's probably really good for us because we figured out that you know, we need to bring it on every single play, and that's the level we wanted to get to. And from that point on, we played really well. We had 4 shutouts after that. Beat a good Rock Hills team the next week, and then lost to Osborne week 8 in overtime, or, you know, we would have found ourselves in the playoffs. So you hate losing like we did. I mean, it was been a dominant performance by Hanover, and we didn't really do much to slow them down. I thought we did okay against the run, but they threw it really well. And Matt even said after I talked to him, he goes, we wanted to get by you guys and have a dominant win, and we thought we had to open up the playbook. And they ran a lot of stuff that we obviously by week 3 we hadn't seen yet on film. But yeah, they're good, and as good as any team I've seen in a while. So that's what makes us, never seeing Central Plains here, impressed with what they're able to do. So, but it was, not the way we wanted to go, but knew they were going to be good. So,
well, you guys did have a great year, and, you know, congratulations on that. And I know that Osborne loss that had to be a killer. I was had a friend text me during that game, and you know, it ended, and I thought, oh man, I just was heartbroken for all you guys because you don't want to see your season end that way. But you do bring a lot of guys back next year, and I know you lost key players to graduation, but you got to be looking for good things from the Bombers next year.
We're excited, but did Meyer really well. You know, the last game of the season gets taken away from us too because of a forfeit by Stock.
Right.
So that was kind of hard to sit in that meeting and tell our kids that their last time to strap it up was a Monday practice that, you know, was kind of lackluster because we're just in a preparation for a short week. But you know, right after that, you know, I've got guys, they were in right after that pushing iron, excited about the next season. And, you know, we're not throwing out any, you know, we've talked about our goals. You know, we've got to get to the playoffs to be able to, you know, to talk about anything beyond that. So we just want to be better each week, be better when the season starts, and know that Hanover and Osborne are still in our district. But we feel good about what we do, what we're doing right now. And we know, like what's been represented here, Hanover's in a state championship game out of our district. Last year, Osborne's our district winner. They dominate in a state championship game. The year before that, Rock Hills was our district winner. They're in a state championship game. So we feel that in our district, if we can get out of there, we got a good chance.
Well, we look at that district every year, and we always say whoever comes out of that district standing is probably going to wind up here at year's end, and so far it's ranked through. Well, Coach, we'll quit talking about the Bombers and get back to this game. We'll take a timeout and come back, and we'll talk about Hanover and what Central Plains did as well. We'll bring you back to Newton right after this.
When it's cold outside, a hot bowl of soup is calling your name. Landall Lanes has a different soup each day of the week, all day long until they run out. If you're craving a great salad, try their winter seasonal called the Black and Blue Salad. It's grilled sirloin, blue cheese crumbles with romaine lettuce and tomatoes. If you've never been to their restaurant, you may be surprised to see how large the seating area is. Definitely not your usual bowling alley. Landall Lanes in Marysville.
Ron Juniman is the owner and operator of R.L. Juniman Construction of Hanover, and his expertise comes from many years of heavy equipment and dirt moving experience. He really knows what he's doing. His work is amazingly accurate, wasting no time in getting your waterways, terraces, and ponds built, plus you'll clear trees. He has done work throughout the entire KCLY listening area, and his rates are reasonable. Call Ron Juniman at 747-6623. That's 747-6623.
Is your furnace as efficient as it should be? Make sure it is with a call to Hanover Electric. With highly qualified, experienced electricians and servicemen, Hanover Electric will sell and service heating and air conditioning units, plus they can do all types of plumbing work. They're the ones to call for residential, commercial, and industrial electrical work, and for plumbing, refrigerants, trenching, and backhoe work. Hanover Electric keeps everything running efficiently. They look forward to serving you.
Every major construction project uses concrete in one form or another. From residential driveways to basements, patios, and curbs, Midwest Products make great use of their ready-mix concrete. They operate 4 state-approved plants in Hanover, Clay Center, Lynn, and Washington to meet the needs of residential, commercial, or farm-related projects. Livestock slats, feed bunks, landscape rock, and more are all available from Midwest Products. Give them a call for all your jobs that require ready-mix concrete. 800-371-2252.
Welcome back to Newton. Phil Casper now joined by, hopefully, the rest of the game, Chris Freeman, the head coach of the Wakefield Bombers. Coach, we talked about your season a little bit, your game against Hanover. Let's talk about what we're seeing here so far. You and I were talking off the air about Central Plains and their defense. Very, very good defensive team.
Yes, and I want to. I don't know the stat exactly, but they have given up very few points. It is. I want to say it's under 100, maybe even under 90. I'm not exactly sure on that. But I know 108. Okay, so in 12 games, that's pretty impressive. Because we hear a lot about their offense. They have a great offense, very prolific passing offense. But defensively, just as we were talking, Simon sound, keeping great leverage, and really good tacklers.
102, by mistake. They're giving up just 8.5 points a game. And I don't care what league you play in, what level you play at. You average that kind of defense, points on defense, 8.5 a game. That's ridiculous.
Well, your offense doesn't have to put up many points. If defense can keep them out of the end zone.
Well, and they've got an offense that really mirrors Hanover. They're putting 50-plus up. Hanover's averaging right at 60 a game. So, we really thought looking at this game, I was talking last week with Rocky Downing, our sports director, we really thought this would be tight, but I made the point. I said, you looked at Hanover all year. I looked at them on paper against Osborne. They throw up 74, and I said, we could get down there and have a game like we're in right now, or we could be done in half. I'm just not real sure what's going to happen. Well, Central Plains has proven they deserve to be here. They're here for a reason.
Well, I know their Coach Steiner does a great job with them. They have a very strong weight program, just like Hanover does. So we're seeing two teams that are doing. They're here for a reason and are playing really good football. I wouldn't be surprised though to see Hanover come out and maybe put in the air a little less and take advantage of the size, because there is a size difference.
Yeah,
Hanover is definitely bigger up front, and just get behind Fritzky and those guys, and maybe try to establish something offensive where them down, be a little more ball control offense.
Yeah, that's what I was a little bit surprised that they didn't do that. But like you said, they're a great second half team, and they are. They make great adjustments. We've watched them do it all year. You watched them in that first half come in with something totally different out of their playbook. Just throw a lot of different looks at you. They're very capable of doing that.
Very much so. Yep, they're a good disciplined team, and they have a lot of little wrinkles. They've missed on a couple things. I mean, they had a touchdown called back on an illegal block. They got down close. I think they're on the 15 or 20 yard line, and they turned it over on downs. Pass just behind Nicholson kid. So they got chances out there. So they've left a little bit on the field. We may see a team come out, and if they don't make those mistakes, then they are definitely going to be tough to handle the second half.
I watched Hanover in that first half from the offensive side, and I haven't seen them confused very often, but a couple of times they got out there and they were a little bit confused, and I was wondering if Coach Boyer wasn't making some adjustments maybe on the fly with what Central Plains was doing.
Well, it could be, too, because if Central Plains, they'll spread you out, and they've got, they don't just have one kid that they can throw to. I mean, they've got a couple dynamic receivers, and the quarterback, number 10 back there, and I forget his name at the moment, but he is the Christ kid, I believe.
Right.
He is, he's a threat to run, too, and he just keeps his eyes downfield all the time. And so you can't get him wrapped up. And they've had chances in the backfield.
Yeah, they have.
Stacked, and he's extended the play, and 2 of their touchdowns have been because of his feet keeping it alive, and then making some great passes, and then a couple of really good catches.
Well, Lane Bieberly is having as good a first half, and I don't know. Apparently, he's that kind of receiver. He's had like 42 receptions on the year for over 1,000 yards and 25 touchdowns. So that is the guy that Kreitz wants to go to, and go to him he does.
Yes.
And all he does is throw it out there, and he knows that either Beaverly's going to catch it or nobody is.
Well, they have really good chemistry, and I know a couple articles I read at the beginning of the year, and then talking with Coach Steiner some in the offseason. He knew those two kids just seem to have a knack for knowing what the other's thinking, and the Kreitz kid has a really good, just trust him making a play for him. And he's an athletic receiver right there. He's got great hands, long arms, and jumps well. So anytime you got that kind of a trust out there, that's makes a huge difference in being able to just say, I'm gonna sling it out there and let my guy go make a play.
I didn't think Hanover made that many mistakes. I just looked like it looked like they were on their heels a little bit. They're in a position they're not really used to this year. They have not been. I think one close game at halftime was against Osborne in that last game of the year. They're just not used to being in this position. They have before. This group of kids has before. They've just got to reach back and say, okay, it's an 8-point game. We're better than this. Let's not get it done.
Well, you play in the Twin Valley League, and before Baileyville dissolved, I mean, that was a huge game there, and that was a state championship type game every time they played. They understand what it means to be in games like this, so they're not shell shocked. I don't believe at all. But like you said, they did look a little slow and confused. That's what I noticed. It's the speed at which what I'm used to seeing them play out was not out there, especially with the pass rush, missing some tackles that they typically do not. I think their legs. You'll see a team with their legs definitely underneath them, maybe a little more aggressive attitude, and I think we're just looking for a great second half.
Right. Well, Coach, we'll take one more break. I think we'll be ready for second half action. We'll bring you back to Newton right after this.
Andy's Hardware and Lumber continues to meet the needs of their customers with quality building products, tools, hardware, and customer service. They carry a wide selection of products to give you more choices and more solutions. Whatever you're building or remodeling, you need a reliable source of lumber, windows, doors, and hardware at good competitive prices. When you deal with Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, you'll always be treated right. They extend good luck wishes to the Hanover Wildcats.
Hanover Wildcat football coverage on KCLY is brought to you in part by Central Valley Ag, Hanover Electric, Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, Ray's Apple Market, Twin Valley Telephone and Communications, Pony Express Service Center, Citizen State Bank of Hanover, Waterville, and Marysville, Blooms and Beyond in Hanover, and by Oldie Seed Farms.
At Central Valley Ag, we're growing agriculture together. With multiple locations across Nebraska and Kansas, CVA is uniquely positioned to offer producers access to export, processing, and feeder markets for grain. Central Valley Ag is committed to adding value to producers' grain bids by serving as their connection to end users. CVA is also dedicated to providing innovative solutions in the development of a long-term strategy to help each grower achieve consistent profitability. Stop by Central Valley Ag today. Learn more about how we're growing agriculture together.
When visions of sugar plums no longer sound appealing to you, maybe it's time to dream big about a new 2014 Ford Edge, a 2015 Ford Explorer, or a 2015 Ford Fusion. At Hanson Ford and Clay Center, they invite you to come test drive the object of your dreams. Then take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months. That's quite a deal. 0% for 60 months. It could help your big dream come true. Hurry to Hanson Ford before the offer disappears.
Welcome back to Newton. Phil Casper along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fansella, joined in the second half now by head coach of the Wakefield Bombers, Chris Freeman. And both teams out on the field. Hanover getting warmed up. Central Plains huddled up. Just under a minute from kickoff. Again, Hanover will have to defend that offense. Start the second half. Maybe not a bad deal. If they can come up with a big stop here and get that ball back, we may see a little momentum shift.
I think so. That was what was huge at the second half. For them to get a stop on the 1 yard line, no time on the clock to stop, because that keeps you within one score, knowing they're going to be on defense first. Because it's a 2-score game. That's a different kind of a feel in the locker room. Now they come out feeling, hey, we get a stop, we go back this game, we're going to tie this thing up, and then it's we just get some momentum rolling, and we got a chance to win this thing going away if we can get some momentum going.
Well, Coach, this is the fourth time we've had Hanover on the air. This is really the first time I've seen this Hanover team where they are in a tight game. It's going to be interesting to see how they come out and handle it. It really is.
I just, coaching against them and then seeing them over the years, Coach Horry does a great job making adjustments. I think we're in for a great second half. I think they're going to make some good adjustments. They just got to make some plays that they haven't made, and if that happens, I'm not saying they're going to win it, but they put themselves in a good position to do that. But they got to make a good stop here on defense. I think it could be a great second half for them.
Well, and it's not often you come out at the start of the second half of a football game and say this is going to be a huge part of the game right here, but this is. I think this really is a huge part of the game for Hanover.
Yes, I believe so. And they've already made 2 great defensive stops inside the 10 one time early, and then late in that at the end of the second quarter. So we're in for a good one.
Judeman kicks off, high floating kick, and now a fair catch is going to be called for, and it's loose. And I think Hanover may have that ball. And they do, and that is Adam Zorbanicki that came over that ball, and there you go, Coach, right there.
And I've seen them do that against other teams too, keeping that high. And Central Plains kid did the exact right thing. He fair catches that, so he's got a free catch there, but just goes right, didn't duck his elbows, goes right through there, and very opportunistic right there to make the cover for fumble recovery.
That's a huge start, and that's what Hanover wanted to see. So we'll see what they can do with it. First 10 now, right at the 30. Again, I've been confused several times on this field. 100-yard field, it's marked 100 yards, but got the orange markers. So Bruno will go under center, I formation option. He's going to keep it. He'll cut it back inside and met once again by a host of Oilers. They've done a good job with that option.
They have done. And, you go back to the Osborne game, the sub-state game, they ran the option really well. Ringsdorf, being the pitch guy on that, had a big game there, and I think Andrew ran for almost 100 yards, if not in that. So both these teams, you can't run side to side very much on them because they close so well.
Bruno will pick up about a yard. This time he'll split it. Nicholson left, Trey Losey to the right. Judeman on his right, Losey in motion from right to left. Option again. This time he'll go to Judeman, cuts it back inside. He's going to be met again. He'll pick up a couple, but not much more. Hanover trying to establish that run game, and Central Plains very, very sound defensively, very assignment sound.
They do a good job, not being the bigger team out there, but they do a great job in open space, making tackles, and again, I go back to that leverage up front, keeping good leverage, being able to fight off blocks.
Like you said, if you're going to play Hanover, you have to be assignment sound. You have to be disciplined. Again, not a lot of size, but very physical and very athletic. Shotgun formation now. Judeman left, slot to the right. They're going to try to option again. This time, Bruno will try to cut back against the grain. Same result. He'll pick up a couple, and that's going to bring up 4th and 5. It looks like they're spotted right on the 25. And they will spot that right on the 25-yard line. So 4th and 5. Hanover's been 4th and 5 4 or 5 times in this game.
It'll be this. This isn't a big. It's huge, but if they don't get it, they still got a chance. It's early in the third quarter, but if they do get it, momentum starts to shift a little.
Back 3 receivers to the right. Shotgun. Bruno rolls right, looking to throw. Now he's in trouble. Steps up. He's got time, and that ball's going to be batted away, trying to force it in there to Trey Losey. That's going to be broken up by Hunter Ingham.
That was a good defensive play. Came over
defensive play
with that. Thought maybe Andrew could take off and run that, but pulled on through at the last moment.
Boy, about 9 times out of 10, you will see Bruno take off. And I thought the same thing. He was going to try it. He may have picked it up. He'd have been close. But regardless, now it is Central Plains ball. I don't think Hanover really hurt there. They were able to move the ball a little bit. Now they'll have to come up big on defense. Price hands off this time inside. Good defensive play that time by Zarbanicki. And I think that was Warnken. I don't know that we've seen him in the backfield yet.
Adam.
Usually at that tailback, they've had Carson Kermer in there.
It's rare that you're going to see Central Plains line up and double tight high and just hand it off.
Exactly. Every time they've come out, and they want to throw.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. They'll be happy throwing the rest of the game if you let them. Same formation. High formation, double tight. 2nd and 4. Option, right side, little room, and pretty good open field tackle that time. That's Zarbanicki again. Actually, that's Austin Diedrich. And Hunter Ingham's going to get enough for a first down. Well, there just wasn't anybody out there.
No, that was a good executed play. Safety is playing a little deep on that. It's got to come up and breathe that a little quicker.
So now the ball spotted right about the 35-yard line, and now 1st and 10, and you would think that the Oilers would go back to the air here.
I wouldn't be surprised for them to take a shot here pretty soon, but up by 8, they may just want to, they might run a little clock.
And that's why you're here, Coach. He does drop back. Kreitz drops back, looking downfield, and that time intended that same receiver. That is Michael Amich. He's had a pretty good game today as well. He has not had a lot of yards for the Oilers, but obviously they will go to him. He's a solid player.
Made a great touchdown reception on. It looked like a back shoulder throw, and that was good defense right there.
Devin Juneman.
Juneman did a great job on him, covering a little tighter, and I think you'll see them being a little more comfortable back there in the secondary this second half, and maybe break on some balls a little bit better than they did before.
Oh, I'm sure Coach Hoyer made the adjustment that he needed to. So second now and 10. Kreitz under center, I formation, double tight. Time he'll hand off inside. That's Warnkin again, pushing the pile, and now Hanover's going to shove him back, but not before he gains 5, maybe 6. And that will be about a 6-yard gain, so 3rd and 4.
Honestly, I thought if Hanover had a weakness, that's probably their weakness, just straight ahead defense. That was probably our biggest success, and Osborne had the same success too, running right at him.
Yeah, they did. You're right. Seemed like Osborne kept going away from it, though. They wanted Tiernan to throw the ball. Same play this time, same player. That's going to be Warnkin again, different result. Maybe a yard.
Looks like they almost wanted to trap that. And that is a little slower developing, and that's what you can't. That's what both these teams, if you try any kind of misdirection, they flow so well.
Yes, they do.
That it's tough to get anything with any kind of misdirection.
No gain brings up 4th down. 4th and 4. Right at midfield. Kreitz under center. High formation. He's going to roll out right. Hold it. Here comes Zabitrisky looking downfield, and there's Lamish again. I tell you what, he's been as impressive as Bieberly has this game.
That was a great catch. I mean, he put it the only place that he could catch it because the coverage wasn't bad. They rolled the pocket. That's the design rollout. He just puts it low, and that's the only one that could get that was him. And he's sliding catch because the coverage was pretty good.
Yeah, coverage was really good. So now a new set of downs as Central Plains has moved into Hanover territory. I thought they did a pretty good job in that first half on coverage for Bieberly. I saw Bieberly go up and over Hunter Nicholson one time, and Nicholson put his hands over the air like, what can I do? Hands off again. That time to Warnkin. Good tackle by Hunter Nicholson. He'll pick up about 4.
That was a very good tackle. Had a big hole there, but Nicholson filled that and stopped it for minimal, not too big a gain.
Probably as hard a hitting team as I've seen is the Hanover Wildcats.
They're very physical.
Very physical from start to finish. You don't get any less from them in the 4th quarter than you were getting out of the first. Under center goes Kreitz, I formation. This time he'll roll right. Juneman with a chance to get him, and now Nicholson all over Bieberly, and that's a pretty easy call. It's going to be pass interference.
I thought he was, if he doesn't bring that arm across, he's in pretty good position.
Yeah.
Brought that arm across, and that's the right call to make there. And I know he's frustrated, but
he is frustrated. But I honestly think he's not playing that bad of a game. He's playing against a very, very good receiver, and Hunter Nicholson, a great player in his own right. Yep. Bieberly's he's an amazing receiver.
When you come to a state championship game, this is the thing you hope you see. 2 great teams with great athletes, going at each other.
To the goal, 1st down.
But Hanover's been here a couple times already this game and made big stops. So
1st and 10 on that pass interference. Again, Nicholson not that bad of coverage, but like you said, you bring that arm across, you're going to get that call probably 99 times out of 100. Right, pass. There's Bieberly again. Nicholson's going to swallow him up, but he is very close and probably may have a 1st down. Maybe a little short. So 2nd and about a yard. That ball's spotted at about the 2. They can pick up a 1st down, but there's a 2-yard line of Hanover. 6:15 left in this 3rd period.
So that was a nice little just pitching catch. Just a quick little fake toss and just a simple little out route. Not much chance of it going wrong.
Under center now, handoff inside. That's going to be to Hunter Ingham, and I think he's going to be just short, but he's going to have a 1st down. And there's something we haven't talked about is Central Plains line. I think the Oilers' offensive line has probably done as good a job as anybody I've seen against Hanover. Those front 3 of Hanover are 3 of the best.
They are, and they've done a great job in pass protection. And because he drops back, sits in the pocket, he'll roll them out. So they got to have active feet, and they're not, they're outside. They're not
they're way outside.
Hanover, but they have done a great job with their hands and keeping their feet under them.
Double tight eye formation. Trites under center, handoff to the fullback this time. That's Jacob Warnken, and he's in for the touchdown.
Ball carried by Jacob Warnken for the touchdown.
So Warnken, all he needed was about a half a yard, and he just basically had to fall forward, so it's 28-14. Again, a missed opportunity by Hanover on that opening kickoff. Now turns into 6.
When these 2-point conversions become really crucial, talking about, being able to come back and stay within striking distance, because there's a lot of football left.
That's exactly where I was headed, too, Coach. This 2-point conversion is huge. He'll stack 3 receivers to the right, roll out to the right. Now Kreitz is going to run it. He's got room, and he's in. And it is 30-14, Central Plains up on Hanover. 5:38 left in the third. We'll bring you back to Newton right after this.
Twin Valley wants to give thanks to our customers to help you stay in touch with your family and friends for the holidays. Sign up today and get a $100 signing bonus and unlimited data. And for an added bonus, get free activation from November 24th through November 26th. You can keep your current number, and it's easy to switch to get all your services on one bill. Offer only available for a limited time and certain restrictions apply. Stop at either Twin Valley office in Miltonville or Clay Center to save big at our Giving Thanks event. Don't wait to grab a great deal.
How will your wheat crop make it through this winter? It's up to you to give it the best fighting chance and a jump on the spring growing season with a fall fertilizing application. Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales is ready with stabilized in 2 forms, field and site-specific variable rate technology, and custom application. With the experience of field specialists Brent, Allen, Darren, Kent, or Mike Green, they clearly understand the problems customers face. You can count on Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
30-14, kickoff by Ingham. Onside kick again. That's going to go to Zarbinecki around the left side. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to be out across midfield and pulls his way down to about the 35. So I'm not sure I understand why Central Plains just kicks off like that every time, that low liner. They just don't want to get it back to White.
And honestly, and because Hanover is not, in terms of their explosives, they're not an explosive kick return.
No, they're not.
And you give the short field, but it could just be, they only give 102 points. They're just saying our defense is this good. We're not going to give you that opportunity. We're going to kick it short.
Good point. Split backs now, double tight. New look for Hanover as Bruna goes under center. Hand off to Juneman off the right side, and he'll pick up a couple. Hanover right now is
carried by Preston Juneman.
Not sure what the word I'm looking for is. Out of their element. They're just out of their element. They don't look quite like the team I've seen over the last 3 weeks.
They're not moving with any kind of swagger or like enthusiasm or pep in their step.
Bruno now back to pass out of the gun, looking, got a man, and goes through the arms of Nicholson. That pass a little low, but I'm sure Hunter Nicholson thinks he should have caught it. That's going to bring up third down in about 8.
More often than not, he makes that catch right now, and that's what we're seeing too. Is the Central Plains players making plays, making catches. The Hanover kids have not done that to this point, but they get one kid that makes a play for them. They can spring, those floodgates may open and they're making yards in big chunks.
Well, give credit where it's due. The Oilers' defense is something else. They're as good a defense as I'm sure Hanover's seen in a while. Bruno back in the gun, single back. 2 receivers, one left, one right. Bruno rolls right, now drops back, looking. Now the pocket collapses. He's got to get out of there. Now he does. He's going to take off. Good job by Andrew Bruno just to tuck that ball and take off. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. It'll bring up 4.
Ball carried by Andrew Bruno.
I said in the first half a couple of times I thought Bruno was maybe trying to force things, make things happen. Kind of player he is, but sometimes the defense wins, and you just have to know when to eat that ball.
Yep, and he's a smart player, and I think you'll probably see him maybe tuck and run a little more maybe if he gets to those opportunities again.
4th and 2 now. Snap to Bruno. Option right, Juneman. He's got a little bit of room, but it closed quick. That's Bieberly. and I think he fell forward and got enough. Bieberly just overran that tackle. Bieberly had him about a yard back.
They had him stop for a loss, for a turnover on downs, but Juneman, he is so strong and able to break out of that tackle and get just enough yards to keep the drive alive.
Preston Juneman, the senior running back and linebacker, and he's a specimen. Good runner. So a new set of downs for the Wildcats as they try to get themselves back in this. Again, you look at this 30-14. They can get right back in it, but they really need to score here. Shotgun formation, fake handoff to Juneman, looking downfield, trying to get it into Zavitrinsky, and he makes that catch, and that is a Hanover touchdown. What a throw by Andrew Bruna.
That is an impressive throw. That was great coverage. The defender never looked back, though. He put it right on the money, and great catch. And that was a quick strike right there. Coach Hoyer going for all of it. That was great throw and catch.
That was outstanding coverage. I didn't see who was coverage. I didn't see if that was Bieberly or Hunter Ingham, but that was great coverage by Central Plains.
That's one of those where you did everything right.
Yeah.
They still scored.
Well, Hanover's done everything right a couple of times, been on the other end of that.
Yep.
So 2-point conversion here is huge. 3 receivers right. Bruna in the gun. Rolls right. He's in trouble. Flushed out. Now finds Zavitrinsky again right at the goal line, and he's in for 2. Hanover right back in it, 30-22. 3:45 left in the third. We'll bring you back to Newton right after these.
Printing pictures from your smartphone or tablet is easy with the new photo machine at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack. The new technology of this photo machine lets you print directly from Facebook along with your camera card or USB drive. The result is a vibrant, excellent quality prints in a variety of sizes ready to share or frame. Get those pictures off your smartphone or tablet with the new photo machine at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack in Clay Center.
Sometimes in life we think bigger is better, right, Roscoe?
Right.
But sometimes smaller can be better, like when you shop your small local businesses.
And I'm going to demonstrate this in some wacky way, right?
No, we're just going to invite everyone to Central Office Supply's open house November 21 and 22 during the CCBA Shop Small promotion. We'll offer 40% off list prices on furniture for those 2 days and 25% off all gift items.
Really? That's it?
Plus, I'm going to give you a raise.
Really?
Yes, and remember, smaller can be better.
30-22, Hanover has gotten themselves back in this. They trail 8, kickoff by Juneman, high floater once again. This time it's going to be taken by Bieberly, and there's Trey Losey with good special team coverage. The junior sacks up Lane Bieberly at about the 26, we'll say, 27.
That's what those high kicks allow you to do. Get down there, your coverage can get down there, and if you get past that first wave of blockers and they don't fair catch you, you're going to be there to make a big play. Stop for no gain.
Trey Losey, the junior, listed at 6 foot 140, maybe 140.
That's with his
maybe 6 foot.
Yeah, but physical. He's a physical player.
Very physical player. Not scared of anybody. High formation now. There's another handoff by Central Plains in a little bit of room this time. That's Jacob Warnken down the sideline. He's down to the 20 and now pushed out of bounds by Preston Juneman. And just like that, Central Plains is really in a rhythm. You know, Coach, when things go right, they go right.
They ran a little crossbuck action that time in the backfield, and I couldn't see if they trapped it or not, but huge hole there, and then made a good move in the open field. Honestly, it looked like if he hadn't looked back and tried to stiff arm, he might have got some more yards out of that. So great job of the Hanover Wildcats with their speed, being able to keep him from the end zone.
Well, Hanover's done a good job in the red zone a couple of times. They do have a couple of stops, so they're going to be in there again at about the 15-yard line, 1st and 10, high formation. Same look. This time they'll option right. Crichton's going to keep it, and he's got a little room again, and he's going to pick up maybe 9. He reversed the field, went back against the grain, and picked up about 9. We'll see where they spot it, but that looks like about a 9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1.
Well, Hanover's got to do a better job of keeping their feet, making tackles because they've been in position to make some tackles for minimal gains with no gain, and that's been a huge difference here in this game. Not securing the tackle, letting the play extend.
Yeah, we've seen that several times. There were several plays in that first half where I saw Crichton get away, from Zavitrinsky and Nicholson and Juneman, and that just doesn't happen. Under center goes Crichton. This time there's Fritchie just overran him, and Will Bruna had a shot at him, and now they do have him wrapped up, and several Hanover Wildcats. Sarbanicki was in there along with Devin Juneman. But again, Coach, they had him. Fritchie had him and just overran him.
By Austin Dietrich and Devin Juneman.
Fritchie is fast for as big as he is.
Third and less than a yard.
No gain, third one.
You mean, I don't know, he's a little tired maybe? I don't know, because I expected you to make that tackle there.
Well, I was going to touch on that, and I will in a minute. Kreitz under center. This time he's going to sneak it. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe the second effort got it. It'll be close. He might have it. That was a good job by Hanover. Stuffing the line of scrimmage. They brought the house that time, and he's very close. They're going to have to measure this. There's no way they can't. And they will. They're going to measure this. You know, you brought up the point you didn't know if maybe Fritchie was tired, and I look out there at Hanover's defense right now, and that's something I haven't seen. And a lot of guys with hands on their hips, and they are tired, but the defense has been beat up.
Well, and they've been out there a lot, too. They're used to getting 3 and outs.
Yeah.
And so, you don't work hard on offense, but on defense, you seem to exert a little more. There's a little more of a challenge mentally because you got to make the right read. Offensively, we put points on the board, so that kind of keeps your momentum going.
Right.
And they're having to exert a lot of effort out there on defense. The Central Plains has kept them on the edge almost with every drive.
He is going to be short. And I tell you, Coach, that was something I've never seen before. 3 officials in there looking at the ball, trying to see exactly where it was. He is a little bit short, so this is going to be 4th down, and Hanover's going to bring it again. And they got to watch the count here. Kreitz goes under center. They do jump. Kreitz has it. Frisky has him wrapped up, and they didn't get it.
He did not get it. He did not get it.
That was huge.
In fact, I don't think he got back. Toward the center was.
Fritchie timed that perfect. He could not have timed that any better.
Well, you're absolutely right on the count. They went on 2, and they got them to lurch a little bit, but they kept leverage and got a great push.
That was 4th and a chain link, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. And Hanover holds, and they're going to get it back. That was big.
And it was 2nd and short when they got down there. That was 3 huge plays in a row.
Hanover finds their wind, and you and I start accusing them of being a little tired, and they prove us wrong. They're going to really spread it this time. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Lone. Nobody in the backfield except Bruno. Now trying to run. That pocket collapsed in a hurry. Bruno will pick up 3 or 4, and that's it.
That was all him right there.
That was all him. He had to make a decision quick. This does give him a little bit of breathing room to pick up about 3, 2nd, 7. Minute 38 left in the third. It's a quick game.
Yeah, this second half, third quarter has gone by fast. It didn't really stop. Both teams have kept it on the ground a lot more.
Same formation now. 2 right, 2 left. Losey will go in motion, right to left. Bruna in the gun, and now probably false start, I would guess.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, still 2nd down.
So that's going to back them up. 2nd down, about 11.
Definitely not a penalty you want this close to your own end.
No. Down to a minute 15.
Second and 7.
They're going to stick in that same formation. They're sending 2 right, Zabatrisky and Losey, 2 left, Juneman and Nicholson. Bruna takes the snap on his own goal line, looks to screen. Now going downfield, wants Zabatrisky and just overthrew him by a couple of yards.
Had a great play. Good execution there through the look, gave a little stand-up look, and then the wide receiver went on a streak. They had him, just put a little too much on.
From Andrew Bruno.
And then Zabatrisky's got the wheels. They didn't even open up like that. He was streaking down the sidelines, and he had a couple of steps on the defender. So 3rd down now. It's a great-looking play, just a little overthrown. Bruno's got a great arm. So now 3rd down. This time they'll keep Juneman in the backfield to Bruno's right. He's standing on his own goal line. Snap low. He gets it. Rolling right. He's got to get out of there very close to his safety. Does get out now, fumbles it, and I think Hanover covered it up. And they do. Boy,
That went almost with a safety, almost with a turnover, and they're fortunate to be able to punt this ball.
they're very fortunate to be able to punt. You know, we came into this game, and I was trying to help out Central Plains radio station with who punted, who kicked, who did that stuff. And I couldn't figure out who punted for Hanover. They've only punted 4 times on the season. None in the playoffs. They punted twice now today.
Yeah. That was, I talked to our boys. We had forced them to punt early in our game, and I felt like that was if we could look at a victory, that was one
pretty good there.
We got the punt one.
Now Nicholson stands in his own end zone. He does get the punt off. Good punt. Line drive to Beaverly. Right around midfield. Now crosses midfield, looking to the right, and he's going to be hit by Juneman. And we'll give Andrew Bruno a little credit in there as well. So Lane Beaverly, wow. Some wheels on that kid, too. You'd expect them on him.
Yes, he did. He got that corner in a hurry.
So, it's been a lot of fun I mentioned at the beginning, to listen to PA guys that have not seen Hanover try to pronounce his name. He's pronounced Zarbanecki every possible way he could and has yet to get it right.
It's been, he's that's what I said the first half when a couple coaches I talked to. I said, he's struggling up there.
He's trying, man. He's trying.
Right.
15 seconds left. Kreitz under center, I formation. Looks like Hanover's bringing the house. They don't. Now Kreitz drops back, looking downfield. He's got a man and nearly had. That time it was Jacob Warnkin. Good coverage that time by Adam Zarbanecki.
That was very good coverage. Zarbanecki turned, opened up, and ran with him, looked back for the ball, and pretty well thrown ball because Tanner throws it. There was a chance for an interception on that. So
Warnkin laid out. I'll tell you what, Kreitz has got some targets. I know Beaverly's the one he wants to go to, and they do have good chemistry, but he's got a couple other guys that he's not scared to throw to either.
That makes him very dangerous. So they got more than one weapon. You can't key on one guy.
30-22, 10 seconds left in the third period. Kreitz under center, second 10. Handoff to Warnkin, and he's going to be rocked in the backfield, but does get off of that. That was Zabitrisky, and I think gets hit.
Warnkin on the carry.
Well, we'll give Will Bruna credit on that. It's Zabitrisky that just absolutely lit him up.
He got the fact that it didn't drive him to the ground right away, he spun out of that a little bit, but he wasn't going anywhere after that because he was like you said, he was rocked.
3 quarters in the books, headed to the fourth. Hanover trails 30-22. Back for the fourth quarter after the
Farmway Co-op, your partner in growth.
For fall burn down plus long-lasting residue control of tough winter and summer annuals, turn to your Farmway Co-op agronomy team for assistance. By applying an insecticide on alfalfa now, it reduces alfalfa weevil pressure in your fields for better spring control. The time is now. Get a head start in making your fields reach a higher potential. Fall treatments work better. Contact your Farmway Co-op team today.
30-22, Hanover trailing Central Plains as we head to the fourth quarter of this 8-man Division I state title game. Coach, missed opportunities. You just mentioned it. Hanover, a couple of big missed opportunities in that third period.
Well, they've had the opportunities to get the momentum back, making huge stops on defense, and that turnover early just have not been able to produce anything out of it. But, again, 12 minutes of football left. They got a chance to get to force them to fourth down here and get the ball back and tie this thing up.
3rd and 8 now for Central Plains. Kreitz under center, pitch left. That's Hunter Ingham. He's got a little bit of room, and he's pulling his way ahead and runs into a host of Hanover Wildcats, but I think he got it.
Ball carrier was Hunter Ingham.
I'm shocked that this ran a toss, and there was nobody out there. There was nobody out there.
That's the gentleman on the top.
So I don't know if Central Plains maybe saw something there because they took advantage there, and he was 8, 9 yards downfield before he had contact.
I think Hanover's expected pass. I was.
That was a good call.
So 1st and 10, new set of downs for Central Plains. Fourth quarter just underway. Hanover trails 8, 30-22. Central Plains with the ball. Under center goes Kreitz. Passing team that has gone to the run. Now they will pass. Kreitz rolls right. Has a receiver. That's Warnkin. Tries to turn the corner, but he's going to be swallowed up by Diedrich and Zarbanecki. He's going to pick up about 8 or 9. We'll see where they spot it. We'll say 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty good play that time. Nice little screen pass.
Very good deception. Kreitz held it, about as long as he could. Took a shot, and but was able to, bring 3 defenders towards him. Let it open up underneath.
He's taking shots this whole game. To go back under center, I formation. This time he wants to roll left. Does. Has a little room. Good block that time. That's Warnken, and Central Plains is in for a touchdown. Nice block that time by Jacob Warnken.
That was a great block, and he read it, turned his shoulder, got his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage, and put him down and got into the end zone. I thought there was a chance that backside, I didn't see who it was, defensive end on the backside got through there, had a chance at him, but Joe looked like early, missed him, and then into the end zone after that.
Well, I think it was Fritchie on that backside coming across, and, those guys are – Hanover's not playing that bad. They're playing pretty decent defensively. I think Central Plains is that good.
Yes.
Now 2-point conversion. This will be huge, and this time Nicholson on defense. And boy, I really thought that was going to get a flag.
It was tipped to the line of scrimmage.
You're right. It was tipped to the line of scrimmage. The 2-point conversion is no good. 11-19 left in the game. Central Plains gone up 14 again. They lead 36-22. Bring it back right after this.
Things are changing at Ray's Apple Market, and it's for the better. You may have already noticed an updated meat case to hold the premium selection, a new display case for the cold cuts, and new packaging in the deli section. There are new coolers and freezers with plenty more improvements coming to give customers the best grocery shopping experience. Ray's Apple Market is thankful for their customers and looks forward to the changes with more selection, quality, and service. Ray's Apple Market. This is your town and your store.
36-22. Central Plains has gone up 14 on Hanover. 11-19 left in the ballgame. Phil Casper along with Wakefield Bomber head coach Chris Freeman. Our studio engineer is Bernie Pansella. Coach, I really appreciate you coming over and sitting in, man.
I enjoy doing it. We've done this a couple times in the past, and I do enjoy the opportunity. So fun to sit up here and watch some really good football.
It is good football, and Central Plains is a good team. There is no doubt about it. So we'll see what they do this time. Hunter Ingham, as he kicks off, and most likely would whip it again. He's done it every time and does it again. This one gets back to White. He does field it cleanly, tries to go up the right side, but that's pretty quick that time. And I think that was Brock Lawrence.
Matthew White.
So Matthew White with the return, and he hasn't had much of a chance to return it today. So Hanover will have it at about their 23, 22.
Well, there's no need to panic for them right here. There's a lot of football left. They can score fast, and defensive they can get a turnover. We're in a tight ball game. It's only a 2-score game right now.
Bruno will go to the gun. I think that's Juneman to his left. 2 splits, looking to throw. Bruno, a little time across the middle. He's got Juneman. There's a good block. I think it's Trey Losey out there making a good block.
What a great throw and catch.
Oh, man.
He threw a frozen rope, and Juneman plucked it out of the air because there was good coverage there.
Great coverage on Juneman across the middle. And then a good block by Losey brings Juneman and gets him across midfield. Ball fits to 39, and this guy having the same trouble I am with the field marking.
There are lines everywhere out here.
Well, it's a public field. It's Newton High School field, but they also use it for soccer, and it's really marked up right now. Stack 3 receivers to the right. Bruna goes gun. Little reverse. There's Will Bruna now looking to throw. No, he's going to run. Boy, I know what he wanted to do. Probably pretty smart to just eat it.
Well, that would have been tough. He had to throw it across the body, rolling to his left. Guy maybe was open, but in the wind it could have floated a little bit. And I think you're right. It was the right decision.
Well, he was open down here, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't even get the number of who was open here. But if he doesn't throw that on the money, that's a possible interception. So 2nd and 9. And I don't think Bruna could ever get his feet set. It looked like he was that little out of sync. Same formation, stack left. Andrew Bruna drops back, looking across the middle, and hit Hunter Nicholson again. And Hunter Nicholson just not able to hang on to it.
He had such a great game in that Osborne game. I don't know if I saw him drop a single pass. And now I think it's kind of in his head a little bit, maybe too, because he's had some, trying to turn and run with it before he catches it, and he just needs to let that go and make this next play that he gets a chance to make.
Well, he's had his work cut out on him on defense too, because he's covering up feverly. And you're right. I think at this point it's kind of in his head. So they'll stack it this time. 3 right, 3 left, 1 right. Reverse. Bruna. No, Andrew Bruna will keep it. Turns the corner, trying to get ahead and gain about 4. And that's going to bring up probably 4th and 4.
I think the thing that impressed me most about the Central Plains defense is, because speed-wise, they got good speed, but they do their job on every assignment. They're not over-pursuing anything. Backside stays where it's supposed to be, and which has made it tough for Hanover with any kind of misdirection, and puts a premium on every possession.
4th and 4 now. Ball spotted at the 34. Bruna drops back. Looking inside, has Zabatrisky. He's got a 1st and more. Keeps those legs churning, and Zabatrisky picks up the 1st, and about 5 yards more takes him down to about the 23 of Central Plains. Nice play.
That was a very good design on this side. I ran the inside guy deep, outside guy ran across, knowing where he needed to get to, and Bruna put the ball right on the money.
Well, Central Plains does such assignment-bound football, and I've talked about that before. It's such a hard thing to teach. It's an easy concept, but it's such a hard thing to get your kids to buy into.
Yes.
They're not put together that way. They're ball hawks.
Yes.
They want the ball. They'll split left and right. 4 receivers. There's Bruna down the middle, and that ball's picked off. That's going to be picked off by Hunter Ingham. He's going to take it back to about the 18-yard line.
That's one I know Bruna liked back. He tried to force that one a little bit into double coverage and underthrew it. I think if he could do that over again, he'd just tuck that and go.
I was just going to say that. I think Andrew Bruna is really probably kicking himself right now, because that was an ill-advised pass, and he knows it. But again, pretty good defense that time, again, by Central Plains. 8:48 left in the game. It's 36-22, and you're starting to get into that crunch time.
Well, the clock is now against you, and Central Plains will probably, you'll see a little more ball control offense probably. But I don't know, they may. And here they're dropping back to pass.
Kreitz drops back to throw, looking left. Frischke had a shot at him, and now Kreitz is going to tuck and run down the right side. Now cuts back across the field, and I think you're right. I think he was pretty content at that point just to run the ball and try to get a little time, maybe not take a lot. I'm a little surprised at throwing. I thought they would probably sit on it a little bit.
And they've had some success the second half running it a little bit.
Exactly. But they may start to see something in Hanover, and it's, if you look down on the field at Hanover right now, they're gassed.
Yes.
This defense has been on the field a lot. Kreitz under center, I formation. He's going to roll right, tuck it, run. Tackle's going to be made by Zarbanicki. We'll see how the PA announcer gets his name this time. Pick up a couple.
Right.
He may just pick another player.
Or say
Diedrich.
Oh, yep. Well, Diedrich was there, that's for sure. 3rd and 4. Ball at the 23. I've said his name 1,000 times, but I sometimes get it wrong. Kreitz under center, I formation, 3rd and 4. Ball at the 23. Handoff inside. Oh, good tackle that time. We'll see who that was. That's Adam Zarbanicki and Evan Zabatrisky.
That was a very good job. That's what they needed to force. Put him fourth and long, so really don't give them the opportunity to want to go to any kind, go for it all. Force the punt.
Loss of a couple, so that's going to bring up 4th down. I'm relatively sure they'll punt here, and that is Beaverly back in punt formation. We haven't seen Central Plains punt today. Beaverly, low snap, gets it nearly blocked by Zabatrisky, and that's going to be a flag. Ball fielded cleanly by Trey Losey, but unfortunately, they're going to get. That's a tough, and it's a tough call.
It is. He's rushing in there hard, and I thought maybe he might not throw because he said the guy was getting blocked into him, but it looked like was that Frischke who's Frischke got. I think he got to him before the blocker did because he was just destroying that blocker.
So he was driving that blocker back into the punter, and that's what happened. And then I think the defender just grabbed a hold of him and pulled him down. So, that's it's probably the right call, but it's a tough call.
It is. That, can't fall. He's frustrated. I know now. Because he gives the ball back and Central Plains. He was just trying to make a play. And he almost got there. And Coach Matt Hoyer doesn't like it, and I don't blame him. I'm sure Coach Chris Freeman wouldn't like it. You lobby for your kids there, and in a huge game like this.
Well, and understand this. I mean, Ethan Fritchie did nothing wrong. Ethan Fritchie had his way with that blocker, and as he got closer, that blocker just grabbed him. He tried to pull him down and went right into the punter as he punted the ball. So, tough call. It gives Central Plains the ball near midfield, 1st and 10 with 6.5 left in the game.
Roughing the kicker on the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Now, is there a running into in high school?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Well, again, and it really wouldn't have mattered. But a tough call, and regardless, it's Central Plains ball. Crichton in the gun. Pulls it, keeps it, rolls right, now across midfield. Weaving his way in and out, still not down, and starting to see a little frustration set in for the Hanover Wildcats.
Well, and you see that fatigue, too, because there's 3 or 4 arm tackles that he ran through. Good play call, just a little zone read. He pulls and keeps it, but got probably about 6 to 8 yards more than he should have just for this tackle.
So do set it down.
First down, 31.
That's 31 now of Hanover. Central Plains with the ball with 6:15 left in the game. And time's running out for the Wildcats. They need a stop. Snap to Christ. Handoff inside. That's Clark Besthorn. He's got room. He's going to pick up about 12 or 13 yards.
That was one where the defense was a little confused. They only had 2 down linemen, and their can't remember who the linebacker was confused. Number 22.
Yeah, that's Diedrich. You can see it.
And he's still frustrated now, and they had the right play call because they ran right up the middle where there was nobody at.
Well, it is hard. I mean, you go 12-0, and you come into the state final, and things go wrong, and you face a pretty good team, and you shotgun again. That's Besthorn again, and there's another missed tackle. He's going to get ahead for about 6.
Ball here again with Clark Besthorn.
We'll say 5, second 5. Ball now spotted at about the 19 of the Wildcats, or the 10. I'm sorry, about the 9-yard line.
Second and 5.
Well, if they can get a stop or first and turnover here quickly, there's still plenty of time to get a quick score and get the ball back and get a chance to tie this thing up. But they definitely have to stop.
They'll spread it out this time. Kreitz in the gun. He's going to run it himself this time right up the middle, bowling his way ahead. There's probably a hold or an illegal block, I would assume. Kreitz is in for a touchdown, but that ball is coming back. And it looked to me like Austin Diedrich just got pulled down.
Yeah, I think he was getting bear hugged in there.
Good way to put it. That is a hold on Central Plains. So that'll back him up.
That's a good break for him because now it's 2nd and long, and still got over 5 minutes to left.
Holding on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, 2nd down.
Well, that's a big penalty because it's a 10-yard spot foul. So that moves back to the 20, 2nd, 15. No, he says 16. I say 15.
I think we got a better angle.
Yeah. Well, maybe. So 2nd, we'll go with him. We'll say 16. Shotgun formation for Kreitz. One back. He's going to option left. Now he's going to tuck and keep. He'll pick up probably 5 or 6. About 6. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Down under 5 minutes. We're at 4:50. Clock is the enemy of the Hanover Wildcats right now.
Well, here's where Central Plains would love to score, but I don't think they care if they score as long as they burn clock and get it to play kind of a field position game here and get the ball down a little closer, even if they don't score.
I'll be again, and I'm not a coach. I'll be really, really surprised if they throw here. I don't think they will. Well, there you go. There's a pass down the middle, and that's going to be out of the hands of Lane Bieberly, and they're going to call pass interference.
I couldn't tell. It looked like he got turned a little bit, so maybe Nicholson had his arm around and pulled him a little bit. I don't know. The way Nicholson's head's hanging there, it may be in the right call then, because if it weren't, he'd probably be awfully frustrated. I mean, a little more animated than that.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing a lot of animation out of the Hanover sidelines. I can't, at our angle, I couldn't see it. It did look like he got pulled down.
But like you, I'm surprised they throw it there.
On the defense, penalty is half the distance remaining, third down.
So it's still third down. That's a good thing. It's not an automatic first down in high school anymore, so it remains about third 3. I'm just a little shocked they're throwing. With 3, Hanover has all their timeouts.
Coach Steiner maybe thinking, let's go for the jugular here and let's just end it now and make it an insurmountable lead.
And that's possible. And that's not the wrong thing to think either. Right this time, hands off inside. That's going to be Carson Kermer. And he's going to be wrapped up by Will Bruna and Preston Juneman. That'll bring up fourth down. They'll gain about a yard.
Will Bruna on the stop.
And I agree. I think at this point, Central Plains is probably pretty content. If they don't score, they've got Hanover pinned back. And the way their defense is played, you got to figure with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game, they're feeling pretty good about life.
Yes, and they have to have 2 scores, and they have to convert at least 1 2-point conversion to be able to even just tie it.
Central Plains, I believe, is going to burn a timeout as they walk off the field, and they are. They ran that clock down as far as they could, and they'll take a timeout. So 4th and 2, we'll take a 30-second timeout, and then we'll bring you back for the 4th down play from Central Plains. Bring you back right after this.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Thanks to a new Oldie soil-specific seed online service, your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Customize every acre with the highest potential hybrid based on soil types, trait package needs, disease threats, and agronomic preferences. Valuable data can also be shared with trusted suppliers. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
3:34 left in the ball game. Central Plains facing a 4th and 2. Phil Casper along with Chris Freeman, head coach of the Wakefield Bombers. It's a huge play for Hanover. They've got to have it back, and they've got to have it back now.
Yeah, time is not on their side. If they give the first down here, then the touchdown really becomes kind of a moot point if they get Central Plains gives a touchdown or not, because they've got 4 downs. They could burn more clock, and there's a lot of field between them and another touchdown.
Well, they're going to be forced to start using their timeouts. They don't want to use them now. So Kreitz will go in the shotgun. 2 receivers right. Rolls out right, looking to keep it. Now he will keep it. He's got enough, and he's in for a touchdown.
Ball carried by Brady Price.
There's a flag over here on the left. I'm not sure what
there is. There's a flag laying on the field.
So somebody may have been lined up in the neutral zone.
False start on Flap or on Central Plains. Wow.
Is that back or
that is huge.
Wow.
Now it's 4th and
7.
I never seen throw.
I never saw it.
Illegal formation.
Legal formation.
On the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
So legal formation, either somebody's not on the line of scrimmage or somebody's moving when they should be, or
now we have 4th. 7.
So big mistake by Central Plains gives Hanover a breath. 4th and 7. And the clock remains stopped. Is that right?
Yes, because he had scored.
There you go. Yes. Snap to Kreitz, rolls out right, looking to throw. Now throws, has Bieberly in the corner of the end zone, and they're going to say he is out of bounds.
Very good tackle, because if they don't hit him hard and show him out, he gets both feet in, because he was trying to tap him in there.
Well, I can tell you, I'm looking down at the corner, and I can tell you right now the guy in the blue jacket is Kim Losey. I can see him walking. I can tell by the way he's standing. He made that call before anybody else did. So, good call, Coach Losey. So Hanover is going to get it back with 3:23 left. It's 36-22. And now the sense of urgency is real.
Okay, here you can't be walking up to the line. You got to get there quick. Every every touch, every snap is a must that you get the yards.
They'll split it 2 left, 2 right. Sabatrisky across the middle, diving catch, and does make it, but not enough for the first. The clock keeps rolling. Again, Hanover has all 3. They don't want to use him yet. He's going to pick up about 8, second 2. Same formation. Bruna in the gun. Snap there. Now flag on the play. This is probably a free play. And, Trey Losey almost with a great catch near the Central Plains sideline. Flag on the play. And that's going to be on Hanover. I think I'd mind pointed at Hanover, and you're going to have the same thing. Probably an illegal formation again on Hanover.
Well, you have to hustle up to the line. Either you're not getting set for a count, or a guy's back off the line when he should have, checking with the official should have been on.
And the officials are real good about telling you. I mean, they're
illegal formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Teach our kids at an early age. Official will tell you. Listen to him.
They'll let you know if you're on or off. That's exactly the case there. The guy on the farthest receiver was not on the line of scrimmage. They only had 4 on the line.
Second and 8. Snap to Bruna in the gun. Downfield. Losey across the middle, trying to get to the outside. Now breaks the tackle and reverses his field. He's going to have enough for a first down. That'll stop the clock. Boy, Losey was headed for that far sideline, and if he'd have got there and turned that corner,
it would have been big yards. Could have got out of bounds. I don't know if he'd have broke it, but it would have been a much bigger play. Good job with the Central Plains defender to keep him in the middle.
No doubt. Snap to Bruna. Drops the snap. Now picks it up. Flushed out of the pocket. Better get rid of it. Does. That's a good job as Andrew Bruna took a shot.
That's tough when the snap's not there on time. Timing is off. Yeah. You're trying to pick it up, and the rusher's coming at you.
Brings up second 10, 2:41 left in the ball game. Hanover trails by 14. Ball placed at the 23. Now he'll send 3 receivers right. That's Juneman, Losey, and Nicholson. Pass to Juneman, little screen pass, left side, looking for some room. Bowls his way ahead, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. And that's advantage Hanover.
Yeah, well, it looked like he was trying to put his head down the road, and I thought he should have just kind of gone out of bounds maybe and take, don't worry about that extra yard. Just get out of bounds, stop the clock. Right. You don't have the first down.
Right.
Well, he's trying to reach for that first down marker, but he did step out of bounds, so it does stop the clock. Brings up third 2.
And Central Plains is going to be content with all that underneath stuff. They want to keep those receivers out. No doubt. Front of them, nothing deep. Let the clock run. Make them earn a touchdown. Don't give them a cheap one.
And they've done a good job doing just that. Bruna, this time he's going to run it. Does left, dances around a little bit. He will get the first down.
So
that'll stop the clock. Bruna's slow getting up.
First down.
He's hobbled.
Alex Larson, face tackle.
Now they'll set that ball. They'll start it as soon as it's whistled. Now they're ready, and Hanover's got to huddle up. Bruna's he's a little gimpy.
A little bit. Last bit.
Shotgun formation, 3 left. He wants to go deep. He's got Sabatrisky and just overthrows him again. Good coverage that time by Central Plains. That's Hunter Ingham.
Looked like he slowed down maybe like he thought it was going to be underthrown and then had to step back up, and that gave the Central Plains guy a chance to get there. That's a long throw with that crosswind like that.
Man. That's going to bring up second 10. Bruna is walking a little better. Good coverage that time by Ingham on Sabatrisky, and covering up Sabatrisky is no easy trick.
He's an exceptional receiver.
And he's something else. He's a pretty good basketball player, too. I don't know if you've seen him play hoops, but pretty well.
They're on our schedule, and they've got...
Sorry, that's all right. Pass to Sabatrisky is caught and out of bounds, and it should be enough. Should be enough for a first. Anyway,
I was going to say they got several good basketball players. They have athletes. That's what both sides of the field there. I mean, they're just athletes at almost every position, defense, offense, for both of these teams.
Well, like you said, Central Plains is really outsized by Hanover, but their athleticism and physicality really makes up for it. They're an equal to Hanover for sure.
Yes.
3 receivers to the right. Bruna in the gun. Across the middle, Sabatrisky, and ball in and out of his hands. He had to fall for it again, and that's dangerous. Bieberly standing right there.
Look, had a chance at it. Bruna threw a rope in there just out of his hand. can't afford to have drops now with where they're at the game. They can get a quick score, get an onside kick. I mean, this is going to be interesting, but they've got to get a quick score here.
2:03 left in the ball game. Ball spotted at the 33 of Central Plains. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation. Screen pass, right side or left side, Nicholson. Nicholson with a little room down the sideline. He's out of bounds at about the 20, no, about the 17 of Central Plains. Wow, I'm not sure how he wasn't wrapped up with no gain.
I saw him run that same play against Osborne last week, and he takes it down the sideline for that. Again, he's putting your athlete out there one-on-one, and he made a play. Came inside, then went back outside.
I think he scored on that play. I think I remember the play that you're talking about. 1st and 10 now, ball marked at the 17, 1:54. Time they'll split back, double tight, swing pass, right side. Trey Losey down to about, inside the 10, down to about the 9. Clock continues to tick. Again, Hanover's got all three. He'll pick up 8, 2nd 2. When do you want to use a timeout?
Well, that's what I thought he maybe should have gone out of bounds there because he wasn't the first down yardage, but the coach didn't want to. He's got to.
He wanted down. Bruna across the middle to Hunter Nicholson. And I tell you what, Hunter Nicholson had trouble all day hanging on to that ball, but when he had to come up big, he did.
Probably the toughest catch he had to make all night in traffic.
That was a rope, too.
And he got hit as he caught it. And Coach Hoyer choosing not to call a timeout. And, that's why he's over on that sideline coaching the game.
Well, so 36-28 with a minute and a half left. How huge is this 2-point conversion?
This is big because they get it. Then you don't have to have the 2-point conversion.
Exactly.
You could go for the win with a 2-point if you get a touchdown.
Bruna, option right. Losey wants to throw. Now, look, he's got to run, got room, and he's in.
They ran that play earlier, a little option with option to pass. Central Plains had covered it this time, the pass, but Losey smart enough to tuck it. All that, put his 140-pound shoulder down and got it in the end zone.
So a minute and a half left. We're just going to keep it right here, Coach. There's no reason to take a break. A minute and a half left. 36-30. Hanover has got themselves back in this game. They have all three timeouts. Their defense has got to come up huge.
They do well, and that's huge. And, the onside kick's coming. They're going to onside kick it. Sure. They don't get it. They have all three timeouts, so that forces the hand of Central Plains a little bit to even maybe run a play and try to pick up at least one first down because they can stop the clock 3 times.
So anybody that maybe listening to this game and thought Hanover was done, I never did. I know you never did. You've never seen them play before.
Yep, these kids, they're gritty, and they play in games like this all the time. And this has been as lopsided as that first game was. Right. Victoria winning over Attica Argonia. This is what you want to see in a state championship
game. What you should see. So kicking off, I think that's Ringsdorf kicking off. Nope, there's Will Bruna, onside kick to the left side, and it's loose. And I think Central Plains did get it. Boy,
it bounced off his chest. It went right back to the ground. He fell right on top of it. Hanover's just short of getting that.
Cody Price, who's a junior and the leading tackler. Hard to believe that your leading tackler is on your hands team, but
they put him out there in coverage a lot, too. He's doing a good job out there.
Right. Well, he plays linebacker, and they put him more into a corner position. So now, with a minute 27 left, all spotted at their own 35, Central Plains, Price under center. I formation. Snap. He's just going to tuck it, roll right, and take off. And he's going to be swallowed up by Zarvanicki and Schuneman for about a 1-yard gain. Timeout quickly called. I'm assuming by Hanover.
I think so. I think Coach Hoyer was
Yeah.
Hanover. And the officials here right away want to save every second they can.
So minute 21 left. Again, we'll just keep it right here during this timeout. 36-20. 2nd and 9. Hanover with 2 timeouts. Central Plains with 2. And all Central Plains is going to try to do is control it and hang on to it. And I'm sure, and that's, if you're in the huddle, Coach, that's what you tell your kids. Hang on the ball.
Yeah, cover ball
First and foremost, ball security.
Ball security, stay in bounds. We do not want to go out of bounds and let them keep timeouts. And don't worry about that extra yard, right? Because that's a lot of times when fumbles happen because they're going to be ripping at the ball.
Right.
But Hanover's probably telling them, hey, first guy, secure that tackle, and the rest of you guys come in there and rip at that thing, get that thing out of there.
And I've watched Hanover, and Hanover's really, really good at ripping at that ball. And they will have one guy coming in just ripping at it. Now, Christ will go to the gun. He's comfortable in the gun, single back, and now a pass is going to be thrown, and that's going to be thrown to Lamich, and that's an odd play.
Well, I did. It doesn't surprise me they go spread. It surprised me that I thought they started running out of that because they spread those guys out, let him be out and they open a little bit so he's got some room to move. But that's a completion. That's a loss. Did they call it?
No, they called it a completed pass, I think.
One complete, off yard.
I couldn't see because it's covered up by the Central Plains sideline. But
if he doesn't catch it, that's actually good that he caught and lost there. If he doesn't catch it, the ball clock stops and Hanover gets to keep time out.
Exactly, and then Coach Hoyer is lobbying. He thinks it was not a catch. It's a 5-man officiating crew, and they've done a good job. They've been a good group of officials. Not a lot of penalties, but they have called them when they've needed to.
Yep.
Still don't like to call on roughing the kicker call on Fritchie, but regardless, I'm sure he doesn't like it very well either.
Well, the interesting what Coach Steiner's telling in the huddle now, definitely, keep a hold of the ball. They'd love to have a first down, but right now they're just thinking, don't lose the ball.
Well, one timeout. And where's Kreitz? He's not even in there. Direct snap to Beaverly. Kreitz is out of the receiver, and there's Beaverly. He's got room, and he may be gone. Lane Beaverly. That was an odd play. They lined up Beaverly in the gun. I was looking for Kreitz.
They went the same formation they'd run before with Beaverly back there. Maybe more of a prolific runner, and maybe just to offer a little confusion to Hanover. And it wasn't anything fancy on the play, but he showed why he's touched the ball, but he has got great speed in the open field.
Well, he's fast. He's fast. It split Kreitz. I said, where's Kreitz? And Kreitz is split out to the right in a receiver and direct snap to Beaverly, and wow. And Central Plains just put a nail in it.
That's fielded. Well, I should say it's fielded. There's a minute left. That's
pretty big.
They did almost insurmountable.
Kreitz now in the 2-point conversion will keep it himself. Now reverses his field. He's going to be short. Followed up by Hanover. That's Will Bruna. In on the side. So 42-30. And again, a minute 3 left, and the game's not over, but Hanover, again, has got to do it right now.
That is the front. Great call by the Central Plains Oilers. Just unfortunate for Hanover. They weren't able to make a play there. And I don't want to say they really looked confused because looked like they were. No, they didn't look confused. But nobody laid a hand on it. There was a huge gap to run through.
Minute 3 left, 42-30. Central Plains has gone up. And Hanover will set to receive the ball. So you'll have Matthew White back, junior. He'll be back next year. Are you looking at players for Hanover, Coach, who's going to be back next year?
Oh, all the time. I'm in love who's at Central Plains or who's at Hanover. Definitely Hanover in our district. As a coach, there's never a time when you're not looking and scheming and scouting about what's to come the next year.
Well, some of these seniors for Hanover, Preston Huneman, Hunter Nicholson, Andrew Bruna, Ryan Meyer, who's out there right now. Little squib kick again. That's going to be taken by Zarvin Nicky down the left side. Now tries to get behind a blocker, still on his feet, fighting it. Now is going to be brought down right around the 30.
Returned by Adam Harvey 50.
He's missed again. Austin Diedrich, Jaden Bruna, Cody Ringsdorf, Ethan Fritchie, and Evan Zavatrisky. That is a pretty good group of seniors, and I'm sure you're going to be sending graduation cards too, because
there's a
pretty happy day.
A lot of people in Division I will be happy to see that senior class graduate there. very good group of.
They're impressive.
They're dominant in Division II and stepped up to Division I and didn't lose a beat.
Bruno back to pass now, looking across the middle, gets it to Nicholson, and wow, trying to get that Statue of Liberty play going, but Nicholson went down to a knee.
They had the hook and ladder there. He was gone, but
hook and ladder, not Statue of Liberty.
His knee was it was right call. He was down.
It was clearly down, but the clock continues to tick. They have a timeout left, and it's 42-30, and with 30 seconds left, and now Coach Hoyer is going to call a timeout. So 30 seconds left, 42-30. And again, now that play worked. We're right back in a ball game again.
Yeah.
And it would have. Watch Osborne run it last week.
And Teacher goes down the sideline, nobody around him.
Nobody near him.
And he was going to score easily. Still probably would have been 40 seconds. A lot of time ran off after that. 40 seconds. I think maybe 35, 40 seconds on the clock. Because the two-point conversion would have been an untimed down.
Well, they do pick up 9. Second 1, and good crowd. Central Plains, not a real far drive for them, but a great crowd for Hanover. Again, boy, they travel well. I say it all the time. I want to know who's left in Hanover, if anybody. 3 receivers stacked left. Pass to Losey. He's going to try to throw it. Launches one downfield. He's got Zabatrisky, and that's going to be a touchdown. Well, and a flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage, Coach. And that can really only be one thing.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
That's two touchdowns they've had called back.
And that's a hold, and you're right. And that is 2 touchdowns they've had called back, one for an illegal block, and now this one for a hold. There's 12 points that were taken off the board.
I mean, Trisky just out. I think that's who it was. He just outran him, and Losey put the ball in the money.
Losey could throw the ball.
And that was because there was a lot of time left. I mean, good grief. I was just thinking, oh, my gosh, here we are. We're
right back in the game. And,
well, that just shows you right there. There's, no quit, still fighting.
Bruno back in the gun. Looking downfield, there's Zavatrisky, and no timeouts left, and they're going to have to hurry with 15 seconds left. Second down, and Coach Hoyer, I think, telling them to spike. Bruno gets it lined up. He will spike it, and there is 4 seconds left.
Really time for one play, and
the last gasp for Hanover. And again, they have left some points on the field today. You got to look back at this. And I know if you're a coach, you got to look back at that and think, man, just a couple of little miscues, or we walk away winners.
That's the tough thing as a coach. You if and butt yourself to death after a game like this.
You're right.
And especially you get to the biggest stage of the where everybody wants to be at the end of the year, and then unfortunately only one team gets to walk away the victor.
So with 4 seconds left, there's Bruna. He's just going to launch one down the field with no time left, and that'll be intercepted by Beaverly, and that'll do it. Hanover falls in the state final 42-30. We'll bring you back. Wrap things up at Newton here in just a minute.
This is 100.9 FM, KCLY, Clay Center.
Single-ply Duralast commercial roofing system is ideal for any flat or low-sloped application. It's extremely durable and easily installed by Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement. Duralast roofing is watertight, highly reflective, resistant to chemicals, fire, and high winds, and virtually maintenance-free. It's the perfect roofing choice for offsetting utility bills for your business. From metal roofing to flat roofs, Geisler Roofing offers high-grade products at competitive prices, serving North Central Kansas for over 30 years.
42-30, Hanover falls in the 8-man Division I state finals to Central Plains. And, Coach, this is a Hanover team that 2 years has been kept out of the state final game by B&B. They roll through their season this year at 12-0, and then run into an extremely good Central Plains team.
Well, I'm very impressed. Having played Hanover and watched them in the playoffs, sub-state, I definitely thought they would be the favorites coming in. Very well could have been. You had the size advantage here. very impressed with the Central Plains team. Their grit, their toughness, just being assignment sound, and they, boy, howdy, their quarterback throws the ball well. They got guys that can catch it. They made a difference today. They made plays today, some big plays that Hanover wasn't able to. We just talked about before we went off the air a moment ago. 2 touchdowns got called back. Some drop passes that typically haven't happened. But honestly, nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, they fought to the very end. This is a great atmosphere for 8-man football and just a great game for all of 8-man.
Well, again, congratulations to the Central Plains Oilers, the 8-man Division I state champs. So congratulations to Coach Matt Hoyer and his Hanover Wildcats. Again, the seniors on this team to see their season come to an end: Preston Juneman, Hunter Nicholson, Andrew Bruna, Ryan Meyer, Austin Diedrich, Jaden Bruna, Cody Ringsdorf, Ethan Pritchie, and Evan Zavatriski. And again, that is a great group of seniors we watched for 4 years in whatever sport they choose to do. And again, Coach, I know you'll be getting graduation cards after these guys because you're not sorry to see them go, but they're fun to watch as long as they're not playing you.
Absolutely. And, I'll be all coming down here. That's, they represent our district. That's what I want. I want to see them come here and win this game. I want to see, a good game. I love to see a good game, but I would love to see them win it. They did a lot of good things. I thought they did the things necessary to get the win. Central Plains, just didn't have as many mistakes. That's probably the difference here. And the good teams can force you to make mistakes. Central Plains is a very good team. Coach Steiner does a great job with them. I've got to know him through the Coaches Association, 8-man Coach Association, and then they always host the state powerlifting meet for that the 8-man Football Association puts on. But Hanover has nothing to be ashamed of. It, the team that doesn't win this game is going to be a hard bus ride home. Yeah. But there's 50 some other schools in Division I who would love to be where they're at right now.
No doubt. 2 teams left in 8-man Division I. They're playing here today. I know you'd love for your Wakefield Bombers to be here. So nothing to be ashamed of. 12-1. You put up a good fight. You fall short, 42-30. Coach, I really appreciate you jumping in and sitting with me, and we'll look forward to calling some Wakefield games next year.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. So good luck with your Wakefield Bombers. Again, thank you very much. Thanks also to all the sponsors that made this broadcast of Hanover football possible. Thanks to our studio engineer, Bernie Fansella. KCLY Sports from Newton, I'm Phil Casper.